Hello.
Hello.
I had to pee, but it's going to have to wait.
Always a high risk affair. But high risk always comes with high rewards. Outriders World Slayer.
I was scarfing.
So just to state the obvious, the trial
So,
of Tarja Qatar is repeatable at any
IGN.
designed with high
I don't know why you don't just eat. There's no judgment here, and if there is, we ban those people.
to come.
Oh, I thought I was going to have enough time to pee. I'm on the Game Awards official.
Mm-hmm.
Take care and goodbye, lovely people.
So the
I got you.
thing that I saw said that we're going to see some Oxenfree.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw Oxenfree. What else? Fuck, where was it? Plague Tale Requiem, Cuphead, and that's what they've got so far. They're doing 9 games, and each game will be in detail along with interviews.
Gorgeous. We're just hanging out with fucking... Oh, okay. I was like, did they land Harry fucking Styles for the Tribeca game show? First of all, where do they get that money? Bless you.
Thank you all for joining us for the second annual Tribeca Games.
Oh, I remember that game. The what is it called? Shit.
Worlds or characters that we love, and fresh perspectives and new adventures.
Some tell stories about family, cultural identity, and coming of age as a child, a teen, or an adult facing a world that never changed.
So excited for Oxenfree 2.
Mysteries and navigate familiar yet dangerous terrain, or simply just cook a meal with people we love.
Others explore our fears about the future through dystopian tales of environmental ruin or technology run amok.
But all of them offer us an opportunity to think, play, and challenge ourselves. Whether that means a much-needed break from the worries of our daily lives, or an experience that tells us something true about what it means to be alive.
Whatever you're looking for, chances are you're going to find a little bit of it in these games.
Here are the 2022 Tribeca Games selection.
It isn't always easy going back to the place where you grew up.
They showed this off last year, right?
The star of Thirsty Suitors.
I think so. What?
Going back
Why
to
are you so much ahead of me?
means that she's going to be facing unresolved issues.
I haven't seen any games yet. I'm just talking about like what they're talking about. Why? What are you watching right now?
I'm watching GameSpot.
You're going to be forced to confront everything that
Where are
you've
you?
been avoiding through
A Game Awards.
challenges and colorful turn-based battles where you
It's in the. I sent it in the Discord.
Oh my god.
the decisions you made in the past. Hope your bag is packed.
So sorry, Ivy.
It's time for a trip back home with Thirsty Suitors.
Outer Loop Games is a fully remote studio
About raising a falcon and
Yeah, they're talking about Falcon Age right now on
Burbs.
my stream.
Time I personally have
Talking
ever
about
worked
burbs.
closely with someone else who's brown and South Asian on a team. I'd been in the industry for about 8 years by that point, so that's actually pretty shocking when you think about it. And I think one of the great things about that for me was the kind of conversations you can have, the kind of work that you can do, and you're coming from a similar basis,
Just
and a
gonna make
similar
all the
background
noise.
and experience. That's why I was really excited about working on Thirsty Suitors.
Hey y'all.
Like, just trailer just started. Is that where you're at?
The people's
Yep.
hearts for so long, Jala. It was a matter of time before you wrecked your own. Morning, Ma.
Thirsty Suitors is an action-adventure RPG about immigrant culture, resolving relationships, family pressure, and finding oneself.
Timber Hills, our hometown. I still don't get why we're back here.
Jala is an extremely relatable character for anyone who's really had that moment of moving away from home and then coming back. She sometimes isn't quite aware of the things that she's doing in terms of like hurting people.
Maybe I should just call Tyler and get it over with. I mean, yes, Tyler's your ex-bestie, but she's also your ex. The ex.
She's kind of a hot mess at the beginning of the game, and that sets up an interesting dynamic for the player to get to know each of her exes.
Because your third grade boyfriend just walked in the door.
Every time you battle one of your exes, you're
My
going to their
God.
own inner space, like a fantasy land.
You look surprised to see me, John. Or are you just admiring the view?
So the way we design combat is based on like a non-violent beating up with each other. What I consciously did was not to have any punches that connect. All the props are being used as thrown objects, or punches and kicks exist, but they only exist in the form of like a holographic fist that comes out.
Come on, Sergio.
Oh wait, have you not seen this?
Did I mention I spent a year abroad?
Agent Spider, please go look at someone playing this game sometime soon because it's
Well, we started thinking about
It's hilarious. It's very,
it's
very
so
funny.
funny.
coming up with a style that matches
Also,
lightheartedness and the
this
theme
is
of the
an
game.
all-brown team of developers,
Create
which was kind of
artwork
revolutionary
that felt
for
light, that felt bold,
not only the studio
with
but
vivid colors.
the kind of game that this is. It's just a, like they said, a Desi dating game where you battle your. It's very kind of Scott Pilgrim, but like
Yeah, it's
like
like Bollywood Scott Pilgrim.
Desi dating Bollywood Scott Pilgrim.
People don't get to do in real life.
I'm sorry I came on so strong, John. I've had this fantasy of you in my head for so long. It's time I got to know the real you. I'm ready to move on if you are.
I'm glad we figured that out.
In a lot of families, food plays a large role in the culture and a large role in learning things from your parents and being able to pass those on. And it's a part of Jala's journey, being able to reconcile that relationship with her parents. It's an outlet for her to be able to do that on their grounds and, you know, reconnect with her culture.
Oh yeah, plus Tony Hawk.
The skating
That's my bad.
session in our game is supposed to be really easy and accessible. I didn't want to make like a hardcore skate simulator. So the way I've designed the game is to make the players be able to do fun-looking things like wall run grinds and other acrobatic tricks on a skateboard without the complexity of button inputs.
From where we're coming from, we're making this game that we want it to feel very familiar to immigrants and
Amazing.
people of color and particularly like South Asians so that they can see themselves. But I think it's also a very enjoyable act of like speculation and fantasy for anyone else, you know? Come be part of this. We're making a role-playing game. Part of the pleasure of that is in inhabiting someone else and living their life. And I think that's kind of what we want to give players, this idea of being very grounded in Jala, this very specific character and her story and her personality, some of which is shaped by her culture and some of which is who she is.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh.
Not the chapel! No!
Imagine a world where the richest people on the planet move to Mars in the midst of a climate catastrophe. In the Cub, that's the question facing a child who has found a way to survive in the ruins of a mutated Earth. But when the ultra-rich return on an expedition, they may get a lot more than what they bargained for.
He has a fantastic speaking voice. Can we talk about
Studio
that?
is a group of
Yeah,
filmmakers,
absolutely.
writers, architects, musicians, animators, and developers who make interactive experiences for a generation that might just live to witness the end times. We started experimenting with a couple of satirical games that led to Golf Club Wasteland. Our first commercial
I need to play
success.
that.
Currently, we Demagogues are working on 2 games, one of which is a prequel and sequel to Golf Club Wasteland, a 2D cinematic platformer called The Cub. The Cub is essentially the Jungle Book set in an urban Silicon Valley-like apocalypse.
Oh my god.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
Oh, so So many Donkey Kong
After the Great Climate
elements.
Catastrophe, the ultra-rich have evacuated to Tesla City on Mars. The rest of us died. Years later, when a research mission revisits Earth, they spot a human-like mutant kid while playing golf. Upon discovering the cub, the science expedition turns into a relentless safari-like hunt. The kid ducks and dives through urban ruins. The little barbarian bastard has a plan.
I'm the son of no one.
Okay.
I'm the son of no one.
While traversing this vibrant post-apocalyptic world, the cub wears a space helmet he scavenged from a dead Martian. The helmet airs Radio Nostalgia from Mars, a radio station based on Mars, streaming music and stories of Tesla City dwellers' memories of their former home, Earth.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
The radio callers are nostalgic for our today. This is future archaeology, future retro, a sci-fi scenario that prompts us to reevaluate the things we already have today, from friends and family to basic things like air and water. As Marshall McLuhan would say, we march backwards into the future. Similarly, the brutalist architecture in the environment serves many non-obvious functions. Brutalism stands for the 20th century and its apocalyptic war history.
Seen this.
It stands for faith in large-scale progress through technology that spans multiple ideologies, which led to breakthroughs but also to pollution and climate change. In the 21st century, we have a brutalism of the soul.
Yeah, this game looks really cool, but like sometimes a lot of this stuff that is like, I don't know, post-apocalyptic stuff is really hard for me to get into sometimes these days just because of how close we are to some of this kind of shit. It's like actually triggering to look at.
Late stage capitalism is triggering.
Just as humanity might.
Especially something like this where it's specifically like about all of the rich people going to Mars and leaving us to die. Like that's, I'm like, oh, well, you mean like that's like actual future?
Further inspiration is drawn from classic literature, cinema, and popular culture. A reflection on our commitment to storytelling and
got a lot of Donkey Kong Country vibes in this game.
Interactive objects to find that enrich and inform the narrative, and also
I'm here for
fun
it, though.
future and current events at the same time. Hopefully, the game will make people feel, open the players' minds, and thereby bring a change in global politics and a universal bliss for all humanity.
That was some Metroid Jet shit.
You know, what platformers are best at enlightenment. Of
the sliding under shit.
The slide and jump.
In 1998, the fates of two families converge at a motel in the Arizona desert, where a robbery gone wrong changes all of their lives forever. As the tale unfolds over the next few decades, step into the shoes of multiple characters to decide how that night will alter the course of their lives through a unique art style featuring actors digitally integrated into a beautiful cinematic world. This is As Dusk Falls.
Hello, I'm Caroline.
And I'm Charu. We're excited to be here and we'd love to tell you more about Interior Night and our game As Dusk Falls.
Oh, hey there. Got your car towed back for you. You were right. It's more than I can fix with duct tape and a socket wrench.
What do I owe you?
Nothing. Your guests.
Get it round back, quick.
What in the world?
On the ground, now! I said get on the ground!
As Dusk Falls is an interactive story, the decisions you make do have consequences. Our story is a crime drama that explores the intertwined lives of two families over 30 years.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
So, what's next? License plate game? Another round of row your boat?
And the horse which are the more desperate family.
Come on. This is 2 Rock, not NYPD Blue. Now get looking for that safe.
As you play the game, you will be stepping in the shoes of different characters. First, Vince, the dad, who is rooting his family to Missouri.
You are my flock, and I plan to herd you to St. Louis in high spirits.
And on their way in Arizona,
Yeah, this one does look cool.
caught in a hostage situation. There's also Jay, who is one of the member of the other family, the hostage takers. So you get to see, understand.
Yeah, I'm like 75-25 on the art style. I really like it. I just wish there were more frames. That's really my only thing, is I wish there was slightly more animation to them. But that's all personal taste.
Stay alive.
Yeah.
Keep the house. Everything goes back to normal.
There's our third main character, who is Zoe,
Daddy, are we gonna play?
You bet we're gonna play.
who you see across the 6 chapters from when she's 6 until she's 19, and she's becoming this young woman.
Wow.
The visual art style of our game is unique, and it was crafted especially to tell this compelling story. It mixes beautifully painted 2D characters and sets them in an evocative 3D world. We filmed genuine and nuanced performances from actors to capture complex emotions and facial expressions. Players don't look at pixels, they watch people in all their humanity.
When it comes about like writing the story, we work probably a bit more like TV. It's a very long process. It's dozens of versions of script. So it's not a linear one version of the story. We have to think all the choices, all the narratives.
Sorry, I feel like I'm not saying shit right now on stream. Sorry, y'all. I just, like, I'm blown away.
They're interviewing too, so it's a little harder to talk over an interview when it's something that you actually are kind of interested in.
Yeah.
Does this mean we're about to get an Oxenfree interview? Because, like...
I guess I
Ooh,
just never liked being tied down.
that would be exciting.
Family, I felt trapped.
We wrote every character from a place of empathy, and we try not to be judgmental towards any of them. We try to understand each of them. And I hope the players will feel the same way and try to empathize and understand and relate with all of them.
Did you get the money? Oh, we got it all right. Nice work, guys. Hold on tight.
Yeah. One more frame would have been nice. I feel like.
Yeah, I know how hard it is.
A little
to
more
do something
fluid,
like that.
you know.
For Venba, the mother of the family, cooking is a way to connect to the culture and the life that she has left behind.
I think we've seen this one as well, but I'm not sure.
Each recipe she teaches him is not just a list of ingredients.
Oh, yeah.
It's a larger story about
Yeah.
where he comes from.
We saw this last year.
And the
Or
challenges.
at the Game Awards, one of the
Here's
two.
a taste of what's to come in Venba.
One of them.
How did you get started in game development? Well, basically, I took a quiz online to figure out what my career should be back when I was in high school, and after I did the quiz, it said I should be a video game developer.
What quiz did you take?
What quiz did you take?
That's insane. What quiz did you
Project
take?
Called Balloon Man. It was this Mega Man style boss rush game about this depressed superhero whose superpowers are only to make balloons. We were a couple of months into the project when Abby texted me this paragraph pitch of Venba. I remember the day I was eating at a restaurant with my mom and my sister.
Literally the what job should you have test that I took told me I should be a plumber.
Who moves to Canada in the
Really?
late 1980s. But during
Mine
the
said I
snow,
should
her
be a
respect
writer.
gets damaged. So as the player, not only will you be cooking various
Nothing ever said
restore these
you should
recipes,
be a
but you'll also be
photographer.
exploring, the story of
But
this
then my
family
mom
and
put a
the
camera in my hand, so.
And the idea...
Yeah, not a single thing that I ever did ever told me to do anything artistic.
was there. I felt,
Nothing.
A connection to the idea because it's about a mother and a son. It was too compelling to not work on.
Well, those aren't real jobs, so.
To move on to Venba.
Venba at its core
Right,
is about the
right.
relationship between the mother and the son. one aspect that we wanted to touch upon was the loss of language.
Value
As
versus
Kevin
worth.
grows up here and grows more assimilated, he loses touch with his mother tongue Tamil, and he adopts English instead. So as a result, the literal communication between Venba and Kevin is quite broken. And you can see this in the recipe book given to Venba by her mother as well, because in the travel, the words and the pages get damaged. So as a result, the communication between generations there too is quite broken. Venba, who feels a lot of guilt for having moved to Canada in the first place, doubles down on the things she holds dear, like her culture, her language, her food, the longer she stays here. So it becomes really important for her to fix the recipe
So
book.
beautiful.
Because for her, that's a way for this link to persist across generations.
In our household, we very rarely ate outside food, so cooking was very important. Everything was made from scratch and daily. And unlike Venba, there were no recipes. Food was just made by testing, taste, improvising, and asking around.
The cooking gameplay specifically was a big challenge for us. Most cooking games that we know take a lot of the physical elements of cooking, like chopping an onion or flipping a pan, and turn those into actual gameplay mechanics. This didn't really fit the theme and the story of Venba, and that's where the damaged recipe book idea came to fruition. We thought that a puzzle-based cooking game made for a much more compelling and appropriate gameplay mechanic.
Yes.
Love the music.
Yes, husband, yes.
I wanted the sound effects to be really realistic and reminiscent.
Are you done now?
I recorded like the dishware that we use, some utensils, just items from
Hooray!
Yay!
But that also involves a lot of recording of actual cooking.
Aw, hi.
Very nostalgic.
Good
For
job getting
those
to
that
your
grew up in a
workday.
similar background, I wanted this emotional impact to come across through sound.
The music in this game, it primarily comes from an in-game radio influenced by Tamil movies and music
Trolls,
that were a
Nazis,
huge
you
part
know.
of my life growing up. And we took a lot of effort to make sure that the songs sound like something you would hear back home when you would turn the radio on. It was the hardest thing for me to choose what recipes get showcased in the game. It's impossible to do justice to the wide range
God, that's
of
so
dishes
beautiful.
and cuisines that we have. Instead, I just focused on what recipes would make for fun gameplay puzzles and what ingredients would this family have living in Toronto.
Even though the story of Venba is pretty firmly rooted in Tamil culture, we think it hits on some pretty universal themes.
The influences for this game, it primarily draws from the stories of the families that I see here, especially the relationship between first-generation parents and their children.
We're hoping that in the future we'll keep being able to tell these kinds of intimate stories through gameplay.
Yeah, bro.
You know, maybe it'll make you want to call your mother in the end.
Hey!
2 years
See my
ago,
new desk
the game
configuration?
Plague Tale Innocence
What?
invited
See my new
audiences
desk
into the world of
configuration?
Amicia, a teenage girl
I moved my
living in the
monitors
14th
over
century
and put my
France.
laptop up so I could watch
As
it.
Amicia, you had to use courage
That's
and cunning to
adorable.
protect your 5-year-old brother Hugo from soldiers of the French
You're
Inquisition,
adorable.
swarms of rats carrying the Black Plague,
Can I kiss?
and the supernatural evil coursing through Hugo's veins. Now, Amicia and Hugo are back in a new adventure called A Plague Tale Requiem. Get ready for hand-to-hand battles on ruined castles, thrilling
Hey.
adventures on the high seas,
Gross.
and yes, more
Look, we didn't make out. We can, but we didn't. Please immediately go look up that trailer. Because I knew it was a Lord of the Rings game. Before everybody else, and I was flipping out, dude. I gave it to Winnie, but she didn't want it. Also, I gave Winnie a bath on my break.
Did you really?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she was very upset. I also brushed her out. She's on the couch.
c'est ce qui nous permet de faire des projets incroyables comme Microsoft Flight Simulator et Plague Tale Requiem par exemple.
Is it?
The bite, yes. They've locked the arena down. They let them die here.
It's starting all over again.
Plague Tale, c'est notre
Why
bébé à
don't
nous.
I
c'est en
remember
tant que
this?
studio
I remember
indépendant,
the
c'est
name, but not the
vraiment
gameplay.
quelque chose on va dire de personnel.
As soon as you see the shot of them with the torch with all the rats running away, you'll remember it.
On voulait
Okay.
un jeu d'aventure, un soft.
Because as soon as I saw that, I was like, yep, I remember this.
Et on s'est dit qu'en fait notre meilleure chance,
I remember
c'était de
that.
sortir de notre spécificité de français en fait. On est dans un pays chargé d'histoire, Bordeaux est chargé d'histoire, on vit tous les jours dans des murs qui ont plusieurs centaines d'années. Et c'est quelque chose qu'on manipule avec justesse, et ce qui nous a permis de donner au jeu une identité vraiment forte et de s'écarter un peu du côté...
And where are they based?
Et d'aller dans quelque chose de plus cru, qui
What?
correspond exactement
Where in
à
France
la
are they
nécessité
based?
de construire une histoire qui...
Did you
s'ancre
catch?
dans le
Not sure.
réel pour mieux partir
No, I didn't.
et dans l'émotionnel quand c'était nécessaire.
Oh, I'll be right back.
I don't know what's happening to me, Lucas. I feel my mind going.
Une grande sœur, un petit frère, c'est quelque chose qui résonne en nous, qui va parler un peu à tout le monde. Et
Hope
everything's good.
Amicia, ça a été les premiers personnages qui sont nés.
Amicia, la grande sœur, et sa manière d'appréhender un petit frère dont elle n'avait pas la charge et où tout d'un coup elle va en avoir toute la responsabilité. Hugo, qui est un jeune enfant qui ignore tout du monde et en réalité est chargé d'un pouvoir et qui le dépasse. Et comment ce duo va grandir ensemble et réaliser l'histoire beaucoup plus grande qu'eux qui est en train de se réaliser, dont ils sont les acteurs principaux.
It's bleeding again.
Yes, we should fix that before it gets infected, I guess.
Amicia, donc, c'est une jeune fille, c'est pas une guerrière, donc le gameplay de Plague, c'est un gameplay plus orienté sur l'infiltration et la survie. Le but étant toujours d'être plus malin que ses ennemis pour survivre, que ce soit les rats ou des ennemis humains. Après, Amicia, il y a des moments où elle va devoir combattre, elle va devoir faire face, donc avoir des phases plus orientées action, plus orientées combat. Toutes ces phases-là construisant un rythme narratif qui vient servir l'évolution du personnage, donc son rapport à la violence, son rapport à...
What was that
So
about?
sorry. Mark screamed, and like it was like guttural, but he was just like quarantine screaming because scream therapy is a thing.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I'm gonna go scream
Yeah.
a little bit.
So I got no heads up, and it scared the fuck out of me just now. So I hit every button on the keyboard and just ran. So.
Sensation de propagation. Il en fallait des milliers. Il fallait que ces rats qui
Oh yes, that.
dans les champs, dans les forêts, pour montrer
I do remember that.
The Shining, but with
Yeah.
rats.
Yeah.
Les rats sont une version amplifiée d'une maladie qui se propage. C'est à la fois une menace.
Fuck, dude, I gotta calm down.
Amicia, c'est-à-dire que grâce au pouvoir d'Hugo, grâce à ses outils à elle-même, elle va pouvoir utiliser les rats pour progresser parfois. Mais souvent, elle va devoir faire face aussi pour trouver un moyen de les traverser sans se faire dévorer. On écrit nos chapitres un peu comme des épisodes. Cette impulsion qu'on a quand on regarde une série, la retranscrire en jeu vidéo, c'était essentiel pour nous.
C'est une technique d'écriture assez large. C'est vraiment une architecture globale qui vient rythmer tout le jeu et bien sûr la narration vient se coller à ça au plus près. Alors à chaque fois avec des challenges différents, parce que sur les phases d'exploration, on a toute la liberté au niveau des dialogues, etc. Parce qu'on sait que dès que le joueur va rentrer dans une phase de combat, là, il va être beaucoup plus focalisé sur ce qu'il est en train de faire. Donc c'est à nous de pondérer, de se dire, ok, ce qui est important, on va on va laisser faire le gameplay.
What, rats?
Donc tout ça, ça se fait avec Kevin. Enfin voilà,
It's not flail. What is it called?
A sling?
Yeah.
Constamment de faire évoluer le jeu autour de ça.
You should sit down.
Oh, so that's all you have to say? Come on.
Bro, I don't want to hear it. You're fired.
You have a whole garrison. You really let yourself go. Stop. No. Do you see the situation we're in? We were just supposed to get herbs.
Faire plein de projets nous a obligés à avoir des outils à la fois à la pointe de la technologie, mais très modulaires.
I feel like this has been in development for so long.
L'équipe Engine à la maison, ça nous permet d'aller les voir directement et dire on a un challenge relatif au jeu qu'on est en train de développer Et il nous faut un moyen de le solutionner, et ça permet d'atteindre des prouesses, comme par exemple les gigantesques hordes de rats qu'on voit déferler sur les villes dans les trailers ou des choses comme ça.
We're gonna stop talking about this now,
Après,
please.
on a vu aussi nos faiblesses à certains endroits, notamment, puisque il a fallu s'en rendre compte, hein, les cinématiques. Donc en fait, on a vraiment investi sur...
I'm done. I literally, I'm gonna punch you in the throat later, but it's fine. Like, I'm all for you having that kind of therapy, but maybe you could just tell me in advance next time.
Donc Olivier de Rivière, notre compositeur, c'est quelqu'un qui amène énormément de choses dans le jeu. Et donc il arrive, il a plein d'idées. Et là, on parle vraiment d'émotion, on parle vraiment de comment colorer des scènes donc avec de la musique.
Et il y a des moments où il nous sort des compositions incroyables. Et on regarde le level en face ou la séquence en face, on se dit tiens, c'est super ce qu'il a fait, mais nous on n'est pas au niveau du coup. Donc il va falloir se battre un peu pour remonter nos trucs et accompagner sa musique parce que ça marche dans les deux sens.
L'amour vis-à-vis de nos personnages, c'est une chose qu'on ressent.
That's an amazing guitar.
Et moi, je sais que dans le travail,
I'm sure it has another name, but
on veut rien faire gratuitement. On sait que le jeu peut être très très noir, très très dur, mais il y a toujours une raison à ça. Ça suit vraiment une forme de logique.
À chaque fois qu'on écrit quelque chose ou qu'on réalise quelque chose pour Requiem.
Yeah, I glanced at the guitar, but I was too busy looking at the thing that looked like a hurdy-gurdy.
Lucia nous dit,
yeah.
Non, j'aurais pas dit ça, j'aurais pas agi comme ça. Et donc c'est amusant parce qu'ils font le jeu avec nous en fait un peu.
Would His Majesty allow us to enter the city by his side? I allow.
Switch?
It's literally called a plague tale. So I hope people don't go into that hoping for a good ending. Like, so,
also,
now Cuphead is back with a new adventure.
I'm tired of seeing Cuphead at every single fucking thing.
I am also tired of that. It's not that it's not a great game.
The main reason I'm tired of it is because this is like the third year that we've been seeing Cuphead a bunch.
Yeah. It's like we had a 1-year break and then...
Fuck that level, by the way.
We had a 1-year break and then now it's back again. You know what I'm saying?
After the first game released, we had that
because this
to
came
go
out in
back and revive
2017.
some of the material that landed on the cutting room floor.
The first one?
Yeah.
I believe so. It came out when I was a senior in college. Yeah, it was 2017.
The Delicious Last Course is more fantastical cartoon action. It's a true second helping of screen-filling, boss battles, imaginative stages, and new powers. This new adventure and expansion lets us really give Ms. Chalice a chance to shine. We had always envisioned her playing a really important role as part of the main trio of heroes.
Yeah, I also
This
feel
was
like
our
it's kind of
opportunity
taken
to
away
further
from
explore animation, music, game
other
homages,
games
all of
having
which we
as
didn't
much
get to in the first
publicity.
game.
You know?
Yeah, and I'm never gonna like shit on the amount of stuff that they do for this. Like, it's insane how much work they do on these.
Yeah.
But
Went through about 300.
yeah, the main thing for me is just like
We began brainstorming.
this was absolutely unbelievable when it was an indie studio, and now that it's like
faces and personalities.
one of the most popular indie studios out there, it's like I expect this level of quality, so I'm not as like shocked when they have stuff that looks this good, you know?
Yeah.
And then one day we just had one of those amazing aha moments when a loose sketch of a silhouette of a cup and a straw began to take form that would eventually become Cuphead.
Fuck that level 2. God, so many of these are just giving me such horrible PTSD.
Just fucking
The chance to
PTSD.
re-explore this world, to make something special for our fans.
Aw, I'm
while
glad you're here
taking
too.
our time on the little details and making sure we're getting them just right. In so many ways, Cuphead, game and character, has been with our whole team through life's many changes. These characters have become like children of sorts, and getting a chance to take them on a new adventure to close this chapter of their story is just really exciting.
For there's a new challenge waiting around every corner on the amazing DLC Island.
Ha! That's not what that said the first time that trailer came out.
It's not.
2016's Oxenfree introduced the supernatural coming-of-age story of a teenage girl named Alex and her friends celebrating the end of a school year on the mysterious Edwards Island, contemplating their futures and accidentally opening a ghostly rift. Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals brings us a different kind of coming-of-age story, one about Riley in her 30s facing the choices she made as a young adult and figuring out what comes next.
I'm so into that.
Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals.
Welcome. First, we're gonna have a little fun tonight, folks. Residents of Kamina have reported strange interruptions in their radio broadcasts over the school.
1-1, I need visual confirmation of the clouds above Edwards Island. Over.
Ah, bit of a leap there. We could climb down here. Also, it might take a little longer. I just don't think we can make the gap.
I can make it, probably.
Can you? Because...
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Riley! Riley! What I think has allowed Oxenfree to have such a long life in the hearts of our players are these characters. It's all about the characters.
The characters of Oxenfree are intended to feel like people that you would know.
You're invested in their well-being.
The issues that they deal with are ones that everybody can relate to. What does it mean to lose somebody that you love? What does it mean to be entering a new moment of your life that you're totally unprepared for? It's open-ended enough that you can always ask yourself, what would I do in this situation?
Watch your step. I don't think this was meant for tourists.
It's, sort of pretty, in a way.
No, it's amazing. And another life.
I love that they're adults in this one.
Or take at least an intro to geology course, you know?
Oxenfree is a game about some really relatable characters, but put in crazy, unrelatable situations.
Riley's from Kamina, and unlike Alex and her friends in Oxenfree 1, Riley did not have the best time growing up in this area.
The first game, really tight kind of focus on a few classmates. This game is about Riley coming home and interacting with Jacob, who is somebody who she went to high school with, dealing with her father, dealing with a whole host of new characters that are along this coast.
If you know the tunnels well enough, you can walk to and from practically any point in town completely underground.
Have you, been down here before?
Me, personally? No. Some of the kids do. Or did.
I think it's the same voice actor that plays the main character that played Alex in...
I was fixing to ask you that.
But I'm too little a fan of small, dark spaces to really see the desire.
I'm really looking forward to people playing with Jacob, who is their kind of main counterpart throughout the game.
Take a look at Jacob.
Okay.
He's got this questionable facial hair. He's got the hipster hat.
Funny how just a little light makes everything both less and more spooky. Weird, right?
And his animation also gave him that laid back kind of, hey, I'm just hanging out here in the woods, you're not being creepy.
Jacob actually has direct ties to the events of Oxenfree 1, and particularly the history of Maggie Adler. Maggie was the woman that first kind of discovered what radios could do. She was the one who was kind of tied to the events that really kicked off the whole story.
Hey, if you're on this frequency.
Yes?
My mom used to tell me stories. That's why I'm calling. Because one of the stories was about tonight and the things that are going on.
The cool thing about the radio is that it opens up
music.
a whole different access of exploration to the player.
It's not just exploring Edwards Island as a space, it's exploring Edwards Island as an infinite number of kind of radio frequencies. Certain objects in the game will resonate with certain frequencies.
Oh, just that sound is like giving me goosebumps because I love the sound design in these games. This is sick. What?
It worked, I think. I mean, we're not dead.
The alternate timelines in the Oxenfree universe are really interesting because it allows the player to explore the possibility of going back and changing the past.
Holy shit.
Back when the mine was somewhat...
Oh my god, this game is gonna be amazing.
See if the time tear opened anything up.
The player gets to open these portals in time and go through them and talk to these other ghostly characters. Portals are getting open when they don't want it to happen, and so they've got to deal with the ramifications.
Portals are fascinating, very beautiful, very mysterious, but ultimately very dangerous.
Jacob?
The stakes are very high for this one. One,
so excited.
we've got a new set of antagonists who are actually actively trying to open a portal on their own for some nefarious reasons. But two, while that is happening, we're seeing tears in time. Those tears are allowing things from completely other timelines to start coming in and out of our timeline. It's going to be much less about some localized little thing in this town, and it's more about the fabric of time and space kind of melting down.
Holy
Look,
shit.
when you're messing with the time-space continuum, that's just a bad idea.
Riley, come in, Riley. Can you hear me? Riley? Riley, are you there?
Oh shit. They just sliced that tree. That's insane.
It's called Lost Signals.
How soon? How soon?
In Immortality, created by
There's no date.
Full transparency, I must
Soon.
into her story and telling lies.
It's making me want to play the second or the first one again.
Released films
Yeah.
spanning over 3 decades, and they all star Marissa Marcel, who has since disappeared. So, can you watch footage and behind-the-scenes clips and interviews to piece together the mystery of Marissa Marcel? This is Immortality.
Well, I want to play this.
What is your name?
Marissa Marcel.
First heard about Marissa Marcel in 2015. I was at a party in Hollywood, and I was listening into these old guys, writers, producers who were big in the 70s. They were swapping war stories, gossiping, and one of them brings up the story of Marissa Marcel, this actress who shoots 3 movies over 3 decades, and how none of the movies ever comes out. I was interested, and after the party,
Hannah Light died.
I went home and I Googled.
Oh no!
Very little of anything
I vanished.
online, but I was intrigued, so I continued to
darkness.
dig and attempted to find something more concrete.
Now, we know you from the movie that you just finished shooting. It is finished, right?
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah. If you don't know, it's a bit of a fairy tale. So Arthur Fisher, the great director, who you probably know from his movies such as Marion and The Man Who Dreamed, was casting for his new movie, Ambrosio. And so instead of casting a recognizable face, he wanted to find some fresh talent. So he put the word out and saw, how many was it, 10,000?
I think it was over 20,000.
20,000. He saw 20,000 girls, and long story short, he picked you.
Yes.
2 years ago, we were approached by an anonymous donor who handed over this huge cache of film. In it was footage from rehearsals, behind-the-scenes B-roll, and completed shots from the shoots.
Rip
As
bit
far as we
rate.
can tell, this is
Yeah.
everything that remains of the 3 Marissa Marcel movies.
Before I go, I would like some token of our friendship.
You could have walked away from this. We brainstormed how best to use this footage, how to make it available to the world. So first we very carefully cleaned and scanned.
I'm very confused if this is like they're trying to like deep fake us on this, or if this is actually like
So we took some of the ideas from my earlier games, Her Story and Telling Lies, the idea of a more exploratory way of viewing film stories, and we built on that. we created a virtual movieola, a way of looking through the footage as if you were back in the editing suite with Arthur Fisher or John Durick. And to build on this idea, we came up with a new mechanic, a kind of visual concordance.
Does this work as confession?
Exploration by match cut.
Good work.
When you're watching, at any point you can stop and point to an image, an actor, a prop, and the system will create a match cut to another piece of footage with that image.
Now it's worth.
I mean, that's very interesting.
So you kind of surf through the footage in a way, following a breadcrumb trail of visuals, creating your own montage. It's both expressive and exploratory, like the best of video games.
Fictional Hollywood mystery.
When you have a situation like this,
It is based on a real thing?
knows what happened to Marissa Marcel.
No, it's fictional.
People tend to fill in their blanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their imagination.
Sorry, I didn't hear the fictional part. It cut out for a second.
I would not use the word haunted.
I just wanted to make sure that this was like not an exploitative thing. That was the main thing.
No.
That was like, this sounds cool, but like, I'm not watching some like true crime exploitation shit, right?
Do you ever wish you lived in a simpler, safer, more optimistic time?
Yes.
Trevor Hill does. He
Literally
lives in
all the time.
Arcadia, a utopian American town in the 1970s where
Okay, so we got American Arcadia, the noseless game.
of Arcadia, he is a contestant on a reality show where viewers are secretly judging his every move. When Trevor learns the truth from a rogue technician, he goes on the run. But how do you escape in a world where everyone is always watching?
En American Arcadia, nada es lo que parece.
Now, in its 55th
So interactive
season,
film games are like here to stay, I guess.
Yeah.
I did not see those making a comeback, but I'm gonna be pissed if Dragon Slayer doesn't get any recognition this weekend.
Yeah, considering that was like one of the first interactive
That's
film
the
games
OG,
ever.
yeah. Like, why? I'm a little upset that Netflix is like, oh, hey, by the way, here's a bunch of games you can stream, but not, but not Dragon Slayer.
Funny, his character, I don't mind that he doesn't have a nose, and I think it's because he's got a mustache.
See, it bothers me when people, like characters, have glasses and not noses. That bothers me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's understandable. Kind of need the
Like,
nose.
what are you? No, that's not how gravity works.
Tracked by 3 surveillance cameras. I need to get close to the cameras and upload the loop footage from my cell phone.
Uno de los puntos fuertes de American Arcadia es la dualidad entre Ángela y Trevor. Y eso también se ha intentado transmitir en cierta manera al gameplay.
Get over that crane, Trevor, quick!
The crane?
Yes, trust me!
Oh no, no.
Tenemos dos tipos de gameplay totalmente diferenciados. Por un lado tenemos el side-scroller, el 2.5D.
I thought it was 2.5.
El plataformeo, persecuciones y como no.
I thought it was going to be 2.5 whenever we saw it yesterday.
Con un tono un poco más pausado, que nos lleva a experimentar mecánicas de exploración, sigilo y hacking, usando siempre los puzzles como parte central de la jugabilidad.
All the videos are uploaded and playing the loops. I can enter the server room now.
Y bueno, para American Arcadia las referencias más visuales más inmediatas son el show de Truman, la fuga de Logan, el prisionero y algunas otras. Lo cierto es que muchos de los miembros del equipo nacimos y crecimos durante la década de los 70, por lo que no hemos tenido que ir muy lejos para
Sick DeLorean shirt,
referencias visuales, puesto que la mayoría las llevamos ya dentro de nuestros propios.
That is a sick DeLorean shirt.
Muchos de los programas de televisión, series, concursos, etcétera, que veíamos en nuestra niñez, pues están presentes de alguna manera en América.
I like the 70s period piece that they're going with,
Yeah.
because like that's such a fun like period to explore. Because like that's what I really like. I haven't watched a lot of it, but I watched Bilbo play some Deathloop, and the aesthetic of Deathloop is really great.
siempre me gusta tener un tema principal para el juego y diferentes leitmotivs para los diferentes personajes que se van uniendo en una única banda sonora donde se van mezclando y representarán los dos mundos, tanto el de los 70 como el del futuro, mezclando elementos electrónicos y orquestales.
Hey, I can't see anything in here.
Jeez, man, just hug your teddy bear real tight while I try to turn on the lights, okay? Okay, is that better? Now, let's try to find a way out of here. Trevor, are you wheezing? You're in terrible shape, man. Did you get any exercise at all?
No, not since PE in high school. Because of my metabolism, I don't easily gain weight, so I don't usually do any.
Okay, I'm not here to judge your lifestyle or your dietary habits. Just save your breath and keep going.
In American Arcadia, what we want to tell is that you don't need to live just for getting likes on social networks. Just do the things that make you happy. You don't need to care about what the others think.
Okay, I guess it's over.
I guess so. Alright, so we don't have anything else to say?
I couldn't find anything.
Alright.
Goodbye.
People said it's finally done. What the fuck did you expect? Because
You don't
why?
have to be here.
Like, why?
Like,
Freedom Games? What is Freedom Games?
when is that?
Oh my god, dude. Freedom
What?
Games Showcase is starting in 8 minutes.
Where is that at?
IGN is a publisher that was founded in 2020 that was built on the notion of... Alright, let's look. Oh shit! Okay. One Lonely Outpost. One More Island. Cat Cafe Manager. Dreamscaper.
What's your timer at?
7:37.
Okay.
Alright. I will be right back.
Alright, sorry chat. I'm also going to step out for a second. I will be right back as well. I need to stretch my legs for a minute. So, BRB.
What do you want, Fluffy Puppy? You Fluffy? Oh, Rip. Where'd you go? Mark, did you watch that trailer? I don't blame you. Let me know when you watch
Okay.
it, though. Okay.
I had to pee. Because I didn't get a chance to pee before the Tribeca one.
Yeah, I forgot. I sat down and I was like, wait, where did you go? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, who is this again?
This is... Shit. Where's my mouse? So this is Freedom Games. Freedom Games makes lots of different things. But mainly like Monorail Stories, Terracotta, Cat Cafe Manager, To the Rescue, which is the dog shelter simulator.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool.
Mail Time, which is the slug game, and One Lonely Outpost, which is like that's the space harvest moon thing. It's space Stardew. I didn't know they were having their own little thing though. Pretty
Why is
exciting.
Mark so hype? What is he hype about?
He's probably hype about the fucking Return to Moria game, which I can't get over. Man.
What is everybody? Why is everybody talking about Tarzan? What is going on in chat? Chat is just. This about to be as sick as the one they had earlier this morning? Because if it is, then like I'm in.
I know the Misty Mountain song. See what? Oh my god, I love you so much.
Welcome back to IGN's Summer of Gaming. The festivities continue tomorrow, but right now, we'd like to let the good times roll. Freedom Games is a publisher founded in 2020 that was built on the very notion of partnership, supporting independent developers and helping them get their games made.
That is how I felt.
Of all the upcoming games they've got in the works. Enjoy.
It was always a dream to, well, make a video game. I guess everyone wants to do that.
You really want to make fictional worlds. You really want to make your own universe.
So we decided to leave everything.
What's
started off as kind of a passion project, turned into having a small staff and full funding.
There's a lot of firsts here in this project.
We knew it was like kind of way more than we could handle. But if we just work hard and put our minds to it and make the game we want to make, we think we can be super successful.
We can take micro naps. It's fine. She says, knowing that she probably gave herself narcolepsy.
I like this burb.
Yeah. I'm listening. There's a thumb.
Good Heavens is a cozy open-world sandbox crafting game with procedural map generation and storytelling. The player's goal is to improve their base and character while exploring a rich world with different biomes, races, cultures, and cities.
I am in
We offer a unique
love
dynamic class system
with
for
this
co-op
art
multiplayer,
style.
enabling various playstyles. It's possible to play a game as a fighter, farmer, cook, miner, trader, or even as a card player. Each player in multiplayer can play individually within the team. Some of them are exploring, slaying monsters, and doing quests.
Tell me
from
why
the
this
cities.
is just
Others are
Jack
building
Stauber,
base,
the
farming
game.
and taming
Let's
animals.
go.
Traders are building roads and trying to find unique resources from other cities. The team events gather the team together. Slaying a boss or organizing a beer festival can be team events. The world of Good Heavens is created procedurally. Moreover, the races, the cities, and their cultures, also the history of the city with its neighbors and their behaviors, are procedural as well. Players might come across wild combinations. A town of nudist elves are radical and aggressive as part of their behavior, so they're attacking anyone who enters their town.
Oh
with their clothes
my
on.
God.
Another random combination could be BDSM-loving vampires or hippie werewolves. We do everything with that in mind. Once we create the world with its towns, cultures, and history, the world will start interacting with itself. The cities will start evolving according to
Holy
their cultures and their
shit.
respective technology path. They trade with other cities and
I love everything about this.
Everything.
If the player gives them the tech, they will continue their evolution. They will make new buildings with those
I really hope this is coming out on Switch.
eventually they will attack their rival city and destroy it. A single action by the player can lead to enormous outcomes. If you're watching this, then it means we want you on board as well. So jump in. What are you waiting for?
Good heavens. It's Steam only for
I
now.
would say that it's an
And Epic.
endless comedy engine that you can play forever. You can play
My
it either
God.
in a casual way or in a hardcore way. It's up to you. The game has a massive scale map. We have different biomes and we have different resources and animals and monsters on each of these biomes. And we have also this NPC and cities layer on top of this. So you can build your own base, you trade between those cities, and you try to find a balance in this world in the end. And every time you restart the game, there is a new challenge waiting for you. Some of them start as a more developed city, and they go into a small town, and then they become a larger town, and then they become a city, and then at the end they became metropoles. But in order to arrive into that latest stage, they need to find all the resources that specific culture is requiring to evolve. You're trying to find out what's going on. You get quests from them, and then for yourself, you try to improve your base, improve your character. So you kill some monsters, you hunt for some animals, and you craft some things for your base and yourself. And every time you restart the game, you find that these races and cultures are different.
That
from
is
the previous game,
amazing.
And there's some kind of a new story in between them. That's the procedural part of the game. These cities will have different ambitions. They will have different relationships with each other. And
Yeah,
you will
that's
find
really
each
cool.
time, you restart the game. It enables you to tell different stories every time you restart the game. I mean, we don't want a linear game that's the same every time you play. I mean, the magic of procedural generation is to give you a different challenge every time. So you're building your character, and you might try to
Welcome back. Welcome back.
build a farmer character, for example.
Yep.
Or a
I can't
Yep,
wait
yep, yep,
for
yep.
all of us to play this game.
I know.
The biomes, each of these biomes can hold different races, and each of these races can have different cultures. Depending on those cultures, they have different buildings and classes in those cities. So those guys you can trade with, take quests from, and just go into some dialogues with them and try to find out about the rest of the world. So depending on how you
It's fun because it's like procedural, like Fallout kind
Yeah.
of feeling thing. Like,
procedural generation works.
because Fallout's got all the different like factions and cities and settlements
Yeah.
and like all of that kind of stuff. And they all have different relationships with each other, but it's like, oh yeah, but this is new every single time you boot it up again.
Is somehow better than many of these current multiplayer crafting games, I would say. It's been around a year since we started working on the early concept.
Honestly, this.
I mean,
this
stay
is
humble,
valid.
bro, but like, it seems like you're valid.
Some time to overcome some of these technical challenges. We're not the first overcoming those, but it took some time nonetheless.
I love it.
Yeah,
Love
that looks
everything about
amazing.
that shit. So I'm
I
really
needed
glad we
to
watched this.
Get ported.
Oh my god. Oh.
These little interludes are adorable.
Time in years past of great clashes, heroes, and triumphs.
Wow. This looks amazing.
What the fuck?
Big lady, step on me, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that we have a step on me, mommy. Thank you.
Yeah, this is definitely not my kind of game. These kinds of like auto battler things are not always my favorite. Like Advanced Wars and stuff like that, but I also haven't played many of them. I also haven't played them in a long time, so I feel like I could give them another shot.
But this looks like it's gonna play like excuse me, like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it reminds me of
Like the older ones.
no, what's the is it not Warframe, Wargroove. That's the one that just came out not too long ago. It's like you build your little team and then you put them up against another team and then you like they auto battle.
Yeah. Do you think they auto battle?
That's what it looked like in this.
We hope you enjoy playing it as much as we enjoy creating it.
Maybe it is turn-based like Final Fantasy, but I'm not sure.
It seems turn-based like Project Triangle strategy, you know.
My name is Phil, and I am the co-founder of Dancing Dragon Games. Symphony of War, the Nephilim Saga, is the first in a strategy game series that we are developing.
Oh, it is strategy.
It is a political war drama. Your protagonist is a
Remember what we were saying earlier about the pixel art?
shocking events happen. You get
Yeah.
framed for murder. You have to clear your name. There's so many twists and turns, and you saving the world as you do in these games. I love.
Well, and this is also something that's a little different even from some of the other stuff we've seen. It looks like the whole game is pixels, not just the like gameplay itself, but also all of these menus are made up of pixel art as well. Which is interesting because a lot of times you'll have like even those sprites, those are pixels from what it looks like.
Yeah.
Be able to buy stuff and
Because yeah, a lot of these games will have like hand-drawn sprites and then like really nice vector style clean menus and UI and stuff like that.
You can do friendships, bonds, which is love and romance, and family.
I like the bonds that you can create though. That's I feel like that's unique.
Boom, that's my army, that's my setup. It's beautiful. Mission.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, this is more Fire Emblem actually than I thought it was gonna be.
You've got your rough terrain.
Because it's like it's the grid based, and then you're moving all your people around on the grid, and then they battle.
Squads, and you've painstakingly made their formation, chosen their class, chosen their leader, their traits, their artifacts, and you send them in, and you go, and then you sit back and watch. The enemy is pretty clever in this game, I gotta say. Hats off to my programmer for that. So, love the classes. There's heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, light infantry, archery, firearms, magicians, support, and dragons. You start at tier 1, and then the ultimate is your tier 4. You start as a piddly little guy with leather armor, and then you upgrade to a guy that's a little bit cooler. Now he has full plate armor, and then you upgrade again to a guy that's really decked out in awesome, like, gilded armor. Out of 50 classes, I think we've done a really good job of getting a really big wealth of pixel art that we can use, and it's
A lot of
beautiful,
fucking
very
classes.
well animated. Yeah, class system.
Fucking classes.
Freaking good. There's things that will shock you, and there's things that will surprise you, and things that
Love
will
the
delight you, and
textures,
things
though.
that will crush you. It's just very visceral. The world setting and the characters and the history, it's all years and years in the making. I want this game to really convey that it is an expression of myself. I know how magical that feels to kind of be whisked away into a fantasy world. Trust me, it's awesome.
Okay.
I like this burb.
This burb is
There was a
adorable.
time when we forgot who we are. We were ungrounded and destroyed our world in the name of greed. But now
Ruby the Lazy Goblin, I totally agree with you. I think it looks like a very, very well-made RPG Maker game.
we are not in control of nature.
Also, hello, welcome.
Yes. Also, hello, welcome.
The world is
Sorry.
our healer, and we are grateful.
I'm kind of over these. I know that's controversial to say, but
I
like,
don't think it is.
like, we already did this, you know. I feel like we did this to the full extent of doing this by now.
Awareness of ourselves.
Well, we're glad that you're here, Ruby.
Grain of sand, every forgotten star in the night sky.
I appreciate you clicking on
and
us.
every ray of
Welcome to the
life-giving
most
energy
wholesome
is part
community
of
on
us.
Twitch. My name's Ren. I play video games for charity. Currently, we are talking shit about all the Summer Games Fest info and not E3 info. And this is my BFF.
Totally not E3.
Yeah. This is my BFF that I've never met, Zubat, so welcome in.
And your cat.
Yeah, and Maggie. Maggie's here too. Want to say hey? No? Yes?
It's just two girls sipping tea and talking shit. That's basically what we're doing.
We're just dishing, but like we're dishing about video games, so.
Retreat to Enon is first and foremost a survival game with a more relaxing angle to it and a little bit of mindfulness mixed in.
Ooh,
I was trying to make a Zen kind of experience, and
thank you.
I'd never seen that in a video game before as a core mechanic. Your abilities in the game are attached to your spirit level. If your spirit level drains,
Okay, Ruby definitely said that they liked your hair, and I definitely said thank you. Hi. I'm awake. I'm not.
So you need to keep your
I had physical therapy at like 8:15 this morning, and I just no.
No, it's okay.
Who has time for that?
You can take my compliments that I receive from people as well. They're meant for both of us.
That's fair. We're just one entity
help even one person achieve
in
that.
two
I think
different
it has
states. It's fine.
reached its goal.
Gently close your eyes and take in a nice.
You're being very cute right now. I like that. Is it because I
years,
give your
Also,
sister a bath and you don't want one?
television
What?
Because of that,
I was just gonna say I'm glad my hair looks okay because I definitely woke up too late to shower this morning. That's why the hair is up today. I was like, oh, can't shower, so ponytail.
The miracle of dry shampoo.
connecting and beautiful.
I just
have
realized
some. I
how
just-
to use it like yesterday. That's why my hair looked so good yesterday. But then I got in the shower last night, so
Exactly, Agent Spider.
nobody.
There's too many game fests.
Yeah, right?
Every corner you turn, I tried to make
It's too
it my own
much.
personality.
I mean, that's how it felt during E3 last year, though.
Yo, I
E3 coverage, like
7 hours a day for 7 days.
I think I showered like maybe twice over the course of that whole week that we were streaming because we just had so many shows to be at.
So much, so much.
Or a wolf roaming around the Arctic level.
I will say this though, that is how we knew we could be friends forever. Is because we spent 7 hours a day for 7 days together. I'll say that's an average.
We virtually lived together.
Yes, we virtually lived together for a week.
There's a variety of animals to hunt on all 3 biomes.
Virtually lived in the same room for a week. Like, that basically is what we did.
That's true.
Basically, everything is gathered. You don't cut down trees in this game. You can collect the wood off the ground, the scrap wood and driftwood, and turn that into...
Ren knows more about this conference or show than I do, so I'll let her...
This is Freedom Games, who makes a couple of different things. They make the like dog shelter game, and they make I'm really only interested in the Cat Cafe Manager. But no, they make cutesy games, but also kind of Stardew games, but also yet another Ark game. God, I really am tired of these games. Even if it's just gathering on this one, it just makes me really tired.
Yeah, this one's a gathering meditation game, which like I appreciate, but also like I just... Yeah, I'm just very tired of the survival games that all look like Ark, The Forest, and stuff like that.
Like, just... Or I could say
It is crazy to me that, like... Yeah, The Forest has gotten, like, really popular recently, and I'm like, that's so crazy, because I remember when my roommate in college started playing the, like, alpha of that, before there was, like, anything in the game.
I'm interested in this. So yeah, this is just a little indie developer. Overhead company with a bunch of little developers in it.
My name is Elise. I recently settled in the village of St. Exel, a quiet and isolated place near the sea. But during the annual fair, something happened. Armed troops attacked the village and tried to kidnap us all. I barely escaped, only to wake up completely alone. Stuck inside this place that doesn't feel like home anymore. I am starting to lose all sense of reality.
What language is that? What language uses Mars as March, right?
While I was investigating the village,
Italian?
I discovered a deeply rooted sickness.
Maybe Italian.
When I started to sink into its abyss, I was finally able to see more clearly. Because even if this place is constantly challenging me, it also keeps pushing me to question everything.
Whoa.
If by chance anybody is listening, please come help me. I'm not going to last much longer.
It's French. There's French currency sitting over on the table.
Never.
That looked pretty cool.
That does look pretty cool.
Hello, I'm Maël Vigneault, the studio director of Elsewhere Experience, the studio
Yeah, it's
behind
French.
Broken Pieces. I'm also the audio director for the game. Broken Pieces is a game that's set in a coastal village in France. It's an adventure game where you play a character named Elise. There's like some kind of paranormal phenomenon.
It's very beautiful, though.
Inside the village, and she
Am I trash? What's BG3? What am I?
Our goal for the game was to really catch the attention of the player, and to do so, we had to do something inside a world that's
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I got Gearbox on the brain right now. It's very messy. I was like, Borderlands, no.
Border
Dumb
games.
border games.
In the crosspoint with
Hashtag summer pants fest. Summer hot mess.
Hashtag summer blazer and t-shirt fest.
the anxiety and loneliness that the main character
Summer train fest.
Loneliness, it's a difficult sensation to communicate.
Yeah, game of the year or game of the show, Choo Choo Charles.
We will not be playing that.
You don't have music. When you want to play music, you actually have to use the tape player.
That shit like stuck with me. Zubat. Like,
and I think that's what.
Like I was brushing my teeth before bed, and I was like, "God damn!" Like, just like, what? Why?
Why you don't have music? You have to have this constant soundscape of what's surrounding you. We did a lot of recording where we live, and we really wanted it to be very present. All the environment where
Ruby, do you stream?
Benoit, he drew
Also, I love the lazy goblin.
From the region we live in.
It's adorable.
The places we see every day. All the architecture
I am
surrounding us
also a
that are
goblin,
not seen
so.
a lot inside video game industry.
Maggie's like, you are not paying enough attention to me
You're
today.
a very huge fan of puzzle games.
I know.
And puzzles are very.
She's so mad.
Because they
But she's been like in between my back and the chair the entire day. So.
That interest you, and they give you the opportunity to use the world fully and the exploration and the space. Right.
This game looks really cool. Like, the more and more they're showing off, like, gameplay of it. At first I was worried it was just going to be kind of like a survival horror... Not survival horror. But yeah, it would still fall into that, I guess, technically. But, the more and more I'm looking at it, I'm feeling like it's kind of like an escape the room puzzle box, but, like, in, like, on, like, an island.
See, I feel like it's like that, but mixed with Last of Us, is what it looks like to me.
Minimalistic
Mm-hmm.
game called Monorail Stories in a modern-day pixel art setting. So, what's the game about? Well, the game will start to different.
That's fair.
Sylvie and Amal, who live in different
If you
cities
need
and
some
travel each day in the
suggestions
same
on
way. But
email
they
artists
because they travel
and
at different times
VTuber
in opposite directions.
model artists,
Along the way, there will be
we
different
do have a
people
really
with
good
different
community
choices,
for that.
they don't know they are sharing
So
a common
hit us
story,
up
because what one
on the
character
Discord.
does on his route has consequences.
So
on
I
the
love
other
this.
side. So every choice the player makes will have repercussions. Every choice will bring the player to a different story and to a completely different ending. But what does this game have to offer? Well, so first, the game has a story mode with branching storylines and multiple endings. But we also want to offer something new and not common in this kind of games. So we decided to add an innovative asynchronous multiplayer mode, where what one player does in his turn will impact how the story plays out for the other player. And last but not least, we also want to offer a kind of endless story mode with new contents added regularly. Okay, that was it.
That's
Thank you
cool.
for traveling with us, and I hope you enjoyed this short first ride on the monorail.
I'm Stefano. Welcome aboard. I'm co-owner of Static Software, very small husband and wife game studio. My wife's she's artistic director for the game, and this is our project.
Woo!
Arty video game.
Thank you for the follow, Ruby.
Stories in a modern day pixel.
Did you get startled by
Yes.
alert?
I was like so into this just now.
Who live in
Such a like calm
travel each day on the same monorail.
presence. I don't know.
Because they travel at different
This whole presentation has been very chill, which I appreciate.
way they will meet different people, they will make different choices.
It really has.
Even though they are sharing a
It
common
did. Thank you
story,
so much.
because what character does on his route
Welcome to the Moon Game.
of the other character.
We are glad you're here.
Basically, every choice the player makes will have repercussions, and every choice will bring the player to a different story, to a completely
Oh, that was a mistake.
We have around
Exited or minimized the window for a second to look at something else and saw just the absolute disgusting human beings that live in the YouTube chat. Like,
manage all these things the player has them. And what we find out really to focus everything on the relationships with the other commuters on the train.
It's
Our
never.
stories
That's
is
never a
really
good thing.
about ordinary people,
It's just,
in extraordinary, everyday stories about commuting, human relations, and destiny waiting to be discovered. in a world where everybody's screaming so loud, we love to whisper. So we really want to give this kind of experience to players. The game not only can be played, of course, in single player, but we added this innovative asynchronous multiplayer mode for 2 players. Well, in the multiplayer mode, 2 different players take turns controlling the 2 main characters. It's cooperative, so we share the same experience, but the choices made by one player during his turn will impact how the story plays out for the other player. Be able to play with a friend of yours or with a complete stranger and share the journey together.
That's
knowing that
amazing.
your choices will impact somebody else's game. That's what the game is about. As multiplayer mode, you can play it online, or you can play it on Twitch. The streamer plays as one of the 2 main characters, and one of the viewers can join the game and play as the second character. So really be able to...
I always like games that have like a good viewer
Yeah.
Spend a lot of time working with this.
like integration.
I really believe that adding the multiplayer mode to a narrative
Yeah, I
game
feel
will
like
really
not
bring
enough
something new and fresh
do
and
that.
exciting to the experience.
Not enough address that.
Minimalistic game. You have simply the characters can
Yeah, I think it's because it's like really hard to do right, and some people are like,
very easy to play.
it's more trouble, or like I feel like a lot of things are like it's more trouble than it's worth to actually try, or
Yeah.
it's a really big gimmick. Like it never feels like it's like integrated right. It either feels really tacked on or it doesn't feel good.
Will my life change? Will their life change too? And it's really a game for pondering life that explore intense and touching stories. Simply enjoy.
All right.
I was like, is that it? Is that the end of it? It's the first Switch release we've seen, though.
Is
At least for this.
Is it the first one? Shit. Whatever this is. Yes. Yep. Okay. Yep. Cute. Okay.
Oh, okay. They showed this, I think, in the beginning. I remember seeing the like battle screen or whatever it was with like the 6 and 6.
This looks cute as fuck. Oh, that's a Zelda puzzle.
My least favorite Zelda puzzle. The blocks on ice.
Oh my god, dude. Like, people complain about the Ocarina of Time one, but the one from fucking A Link to the Past infuriates me. That room gets me every fucking time. So bad.
Yeah, you brought up Minish Cap the other day when I said that, and yeah, I like at first I didn't remember which one you were talking about, and then it finally like clicked with me, and I was like, oh my god, it's the one in the like water droplet
kind of like a
dungeon, right?
Native tribe
Yes.
type of setting. What sets this game apart is we decided to go for more of a team-based battling combat.
We're just
and so you actually
continuing to
use
give
your
each
entire
other
team throughout
PTSD.
all battles, and you have a lot of exploration elements that I find maybe aren't explored in most games.
Yeah, like fishing.
Exploring the environment, you're gonna come across a lot of secrets, whether that being treasure or resources or materials that you can use.
Sorry, I'm being rude, but just the way that they edited this, it was like
fishing,
exploration things that a lot of people don't usually do. And as he said that it was a fishing mini game, and I was like, yeah, the thing that's in literally every game now for some reason. Like,
our off time to offset.
I hate fishing mini games. I'll say it. Is that an unpopular opinion? Probably. I hate them.
Non-linear.
Hate fishing mini games.
Tackle
I hate Stardew Valley's model for a fishing minigame. It infuriates the fuck out of me. In a game that is so calming, other than that, why the fuck is that the model? Like, why can't you just...
At it. And so in our game,
Ugh!
instead, what we've done
There's so many things wrong with it. It should not be that hard.
as a battle reward.
Fuck!
Yeah, Stardew Valleys is very fucking annoying, and like, I'm sure there are people that are like, oh, well, you know, once you figure it out, it's totally easy, and it's like, I don't care, I don't want to figure it out, it's not fun.
That's the thing though, like I have figured it out, and I've done it on a keyboard and a controller. No! The answer is no. And then you expect, like, how are you expecting to help people play this game if they're not 100% able-bodied? Tell me. That fucks it up. That fucks up part of the game for them. Completely. Like, I'm not disabled, but like, or differently abled, but if I was, I wouldn't be able to fucking do that.
And this takes place on...
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the Animal Crossing fishing can get boring after a while if that's all you're doing, but, like, that way of doing it is extremely simple, and, like, it's satisfying, because it's just one timing thing. It's like, you just got to get the one timing thing right, and then you're good. You got it. But yeah, with like Stardew, it's like you have to like
2 years now.
It's it's very, very fucking frustrating.
No, because see, if it was just a timing thing, Animal Crossing has that, you know. But like, no, that is a whole fucking thing.
Well, and it's also like I was.
This looks really good.
Cool.
Yeah. I saw this on their website a while back.
But yeah, like I have not played a lot of Stardew Valley, but even the little that I have played, I was like doing the mini game, and I was like, this is fucking disgustingly hard. And then I was like, oh wait, these are I have the weakest fishing rod, easiest fish in the game. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm never gonna fish, not once.
Well, and if you don't, like, and you need it for, different things in there. Ruby, I am a total Nintendo dork. But I also like games like this that are like bullet hells and stuff like that. But as far as like end all be all, I would say platformers and Zelda games. Sometimes those overlap, obviously, but.
Small cyberpunk game that I've been creating for the past 4 years.
Mostly I do like nostalgia-based games.
Built since I was 17.
So like the newer renditions of older games that people love.
And roguelites. I use the term Metroidvania loosely because it's not a platformer, but it has those kind of elements of an open world map where you explore different areas. It is definitely a bullet hell, especially with
this gives me some Nuclear Throne vibes too, and I fucking love Nuclear Throne.
Without worrying about anything.
Yeah, it's
an open world.
It's looking very Trigger Witch.
And you go back to
which
your
I'm
shop and
very excited
guns,
about.
Items, and anything.
Have you ever played Nuclear Throne?
What I call the outer border.
I don't think I have. No.
World combat area.
You
can go back to
so it started as a
so the story
Ludum Dare game back in the day, like a little game jam game. And they turned it into a full thing, and I was following people playing it on YouTube and playing it myself through early access for like 2 years.
A lot of stuff.
And it's so good. It is one of the most frustrating, but like in a good way.
There's the
games that are like a top-down shooter like this.
It has her gun shop in the Neon Stop, which is where you buy all of your items to put in your shop, couches, display units, anything.
Yeah, bullet hells are definitely an acquired taste or preference, Ruby, so I do not blame you. Trigger Witch was fucking amazing. I did not, in no fucking timeline could I have guessed the end of that game. It was amazing.
See, I haven't played Trigger Witch yet.
Oh, you should do that. You should do that.
There's one called the Demon Gangers, which is basically your
it would be a good you and Joey game.
Auto rifle kind of group, And then there's the blight mobs, which is
This has also got a lot of fun Enter the Gungeon vibes with it too.
Yeah.
I would say kind of ability.
And I love Gungeon. Gungeon's so much fun.
There's bullets that fly everywhere. There's robots.
Oh, also, we haven't gotten a release date for Gumbrella yet. And I really want a release date for Gumbrella.
Our composer is incredible, and everything.
I wonder if they showed it a little early, not like too early, but like maybe they showed it off and they were like, "Hey, this is coming," but like it's gonna be a minute before it's finished.
Yeah.
The genre of Metroidvania together, and I think that people that like
I get that.
cyberpunk games will find some nice things in my game, especially in the art style and the world that I built, and that my composer has pushed forward with the audio and the music.
No spoilers. We don't do that.
Yeah, we try not to spoil things here. Unlike the Netflix conference. Which just actively threw season 4 of Stranger Things spoilers at all of us.
Shots fired, Netflix. Shots fired. Oh, damn it.
Oh my god, this game. Oh. Are you watching this right now, Ren?
I am, but I lost you. Sorry. I lost you
Can
for
you
like
still hear
2
me?
seconds. Yeah, no. Is that I couldn't see you.
Oh.
Because Maggie likes to press buttons on the keyboard. Chaotic Cats! Yay!
This looks so good. Oh!
Does this wipe out the pixel game? Oh! Oh my god, is Mr. Beast the game? It is Mr. Beast the game. Oh shit, never mind, never mind.
This is brutal.
Holy shit.
Oh, it's not. I need that on Switch. I need it on Switch.
About 7 or 8 years old.
I can't believe that they
I started
wouldn't put that on Switch.
Flash games and things like that. I always
Also, Agent Spider's been listening to me bitch about this for the past 2 days, but Ruby, just so you know, I really only play Switch right now, so if it doesn't come out on Switch, I'm sad. Is basically like why I always say that at the end of every
Sad
trailer.
or mad?
Ninja Warrior /
Or mad, depending on what it is.
Competition. I was actually working 2 jobs at the same time as developing the game. I'd have all these fantastic ideas while I was there. You know, I'd be on the
I forgot about this kid. This kid was focused on last year during the Wholesome Games.
Yeah, I remember.
Or not
this-
Wholesome
this
Games.
Game.
It was.
Was it Gorilla?
Yeah, I think it was a Gorilla.
To where I want it to be.
Where they were like, so you're making a game? And we were both just like, what the fuck are we doing with our lives? Absolutely. I absolutely agree. I'm biased, but I absolutely agree. And same.
See, and I'd say PS5 is like one of the better ones as well, but like it's just not accessible right now to like anyone. So that's the main problem. Because the console itself is amazing. My roommate managed to get one against all odds.
Oh yeah, this is Space Stardew.
Space Dew.
So you're essentially carrying all this organic life to a new planet and setting it up, but they're like robots and different kinds of like threats because it's a different planet, and it's just
Is this that team? I ask it every time.
I do not think so, no. Because Freedom doesn't make Stardew. God. That's so triggering, though. The fucking pitching. No! I wanted to play it so bad until I saw the cooking. Damn it. Fucking awful.
See, I've played a couple PS4 games, just because my roommate has one. Like God of War, which is, oh, God of War's so good. But I think it's gonna be more fun for me personally once I get a PS5 because I can play most of those PS4 games that I never played anyway.
Right.
My own game. I was
Yeah, I remember this game from last year.
as a child, and
Yeah.
I basically kind of just
'Cause-
told myself, no, there's no way I could be in management.
He had to have, like, because he has the
Then continuing my own efforts.
autism, and he's told his story with the with his wife, right?
Doing something I thought I
Last year.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
This process, I've really learned how valuable
Yeah.
people are. There's 20 people on the team. I'm just one of them. And I'm hoping to convey some of that through the game's narrative. You have to have growth and you have to have progress. So for us, with One Lonely Outpost, loneliness helps highlight the value of.
All right, well, I'm gonna give this game some credit. All of the UI and menus don't look exactly like Stardew Valley.
I'm gonna
'Cause
email
we've seen,
them.
like 3 games today that all look exactly like Stardew Valley.
What? No, we've seen 5.
For real.
I'm gonna email them and ask them if you can turn off the button mashing when it comes to cooking for differently abled people.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah. I got
Oh
super
my
distracted
God.
while I was saying
you
that.
get a teddy bear! It's Castlevania with teddy bear!
Ooh, it's Metroidvania with teddy bear.
Ooh.
Alright.
Yeah, this is, I'm in. I'm sold.
Ah, it's a Metroidvania with fucking step on me mommy energy. Yes! Choose your own mommy.
Those animations look so good. Ooh,
Holy
wow.
shit. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm.
9 Years of
Yep.
Shadows. That looks awesome.
Incredible.
I love the teddy bear.
I don't know what this is. It's another fucking survival crafting game. Horror survival crafting.
The top-down aspect makes it at least a little different from a lot of those other games.
Never fucking been done before. That's right, Ruby. 100% authentic and original ideas. Available day one on Xbox Game Pass. Thank you.
Humanity. Okay. Okay. if you have a zombie game, and there's
That's
Z
a
in your
terrible
title,
game. Oh my god.
I'm out.
Designer of Humanity. It's an open world zombie survival game that you can play on your own.
Okay, but it looks like Humanits. Humanists.
They're Cheez-Its. They're little baked crackers made out of humans. Humanits.
Nothing to what it is like right now.
How many minutes do we microwave this for? Humanits. God, that's a terrible name.
The open world is one of the main things because the map is
Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm not trying to be rude to you as a human being. I'm just
honestly.
like,
We're gonna get lost. You can literally go anywhere you want. You can find spray cans.
I don't know. I honestly, it's like
that way of like mapping out
because so many people can make games now. It just means that we're getting a lot of variants of the same kind of game. And sometimes that's good.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you get Stardew Valley again.
Sometimes you might not get anything. Sometimes you might get a little bit.
Do Star Valley. Do Star Canyon.
Do Star Canyon. Holy shit.
Okay, well, multiplayer.
How
makes
is
it already
this
a little
still
bit better than some
going?
of them.
How the game was made.
Because there's a lot of these kind of games that,
My
like, the
guy.
first-person survival horrors or survival whatevers that'll come out, and then multiplayer won't come out until, like, a year after the alpha came out.
I'll give you
know?
that, but like also,
Builder, one be a combat guy.
the only thing that makes this one different is that
Kind of mix it up
it's
to get the best, but like
open world, I guess,
best.
which means both of you could go anywhere.
Develop skills, gear it towards a play style. But if you die, you lose everything.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
the last time, and don't make them same
Meh.
mistake.
DayZ? Like,
That was one thing.
there's just so many survival zombie games. Like, if this game would have come out, like,
Fortify the house that you
7 years ago, it would have been
my favorite parts of
a massive hit. And I'm not going to say it's not going to be, like, well received by any means, but, like, it's probably not going to get as much attention as it, you know, for the work deserves.
So then we've gone for your traditional.
Thank you for this,
build walls,
for this
build
gift,
fences, basically give the player like
Ruby.
to kind of build wherever they wanted, build in a supermarket.
I did not know
Food and like
there was an indie game that ran on D&D 5e.
player that's like story writer.
Ooh.
Kind of play
Yeah.
their own way. Say
It's
that
called
as part of the
Solasta.
guide, what we've done as a team really. First game that all
I wrote
three
down the
have
name.
done
I'll let you know.
hardcore
It's
survival
okay, I'm
game
Googling.
that is
Alright,
fun to
alright.
play. And you know, we hope that our passion for these
It's
games
fine. I feel like this is a good time for me to do that.
Honestly.
enjoy surviving in our world.
It's 4:47.
Is it Solasta, Crown of the Magister?
It's creeping back up because of Dead by Daylight. It's pissing me off, Ruby. It's pissing me off. What now?
I was asking, okay, yes. I was asking Ruby a question, not you.
Sorry.
Talamel is in its twilight. The sands have buried its kingdoms. Corruption unburies its subjects.
Geez, the ratings are so good.
Oh shit. Thank you.
Yeah, Ren, I think this has got you written all over it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's exciting.
The tactical game. Tactical RPG, turn-based.
Oh, hell yeah. I could do that, yeah.
Oh, damn, and fully voiced story mode? That's pretty sick. Is it set in the same D&D 5e world, or is it just run like the same kind of like stats and like game system? Also, this game looks pretty fucking sweet.
I need like Curse of Strahd meets Skyrim. That's what I need in my life. Like that, I need that
Eventually,
level.
when Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 comes out at some point, maybe in the next decade, then you got something.
A Neverwinter Nights remake, maybe. That would be nice. Oh, okay. Right.
I am Michael Shistik. I'm the art director.
Is Wizards of the Coast owned by Hasbro? Did I know
Did they do that? Did they buy Wizards
Did I
of the Coast?
fucking know that?
Getting on your sand ship, you're cruising across this desolate
Ugh.
wasteland of sand that was caused by this spell plague from ancient times, and the player's gonna
Feel betrayed all of a sudden.
why that happened and maybe
Just
what they can do.
dirty.
But it definitely emphasizes on
I
action
really like
RPG
this dude's
being a
glasses.
difficult, kind of brutal, learn to play it
Really
kind of
cute.
way. You definitely will die
Whew.
a lot. I love a good boss encounter. I love overcoming a difficult situation. And it, for a lot of people, it can be very frustrating. But the accomplished feeling that you get from overcoming these challenges, we think is the most rewarding thing you can have as a player. These bosses are like the climaxes of those areas, of those levels. So when you get there, we want them to be these cool, amazing, difficult.
So we're not calling it a Souls game.
The combat is not as
But
instantaneous as the traditional.
But it's a Souls Hades-like.
Swings and actions. So you do have to be deliberate and what you decide to do.
I'm surprised we don't have a sequel for that yet.
You got to dodge
For Hades?
Yeah, or at least like
I
a.
thought they came out with a DLC like a year or so ago or something.
Yeah.
The deaths will become.
So like, why? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, we both. Actually, so while you're here, please do check out Green and Garb, which is actually Zubat plays D&D publicly over on that channel, and they have pretty good production value, and it's lovely.
Only getting better.
It is only getting better.
We do full costume, full makeup, which is not a super common thing on the D&D stuff. So that's one of our little things that sets us apart.
The simplest terms I could qualify.
My favorite race and class, and I know this is controversial because I'm a woman. I like to play tanks a lot, and I really like giving barbarians, especially like half-orc barbarians, a different twist. So like right now I have a half-orc barbarian, and while he is quite dumb and quite a chunky boy, it's a homebrew race called Himbo, and part of that is taking a multi-class and bard, and because of that he plays handbells. So he has magic. He has magic handbells and an army of cockroaches by accident, and it's just really lovely. But I think it'd have to be barbarian, and more than likely it would be half orc or tabaxi, I would say.
See, it's funny because you say like unpopular opinion because you're a woman, but it's like Morgan in our group, she exclusively plays beefy boys. Like that is all she ever plays. So I know the two of you would get along fine.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking hate it when players min-max. It drives me up the wall.
Like our DMs will like give us advice on like, hey, if you do this, it might like make you pop off like crazy. Like this could be a really good synergy, and sometimes they work out. Sometimes we don't take those as pieces of advice. It's just like, you know, it's just like a suggestion. They're fine with us building a character we want to build.
Right.
But David and Kyle, our DMs, know a lot about the numbers compared to especially me, because I'm very new still.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite class yet because I have not played very many classes. I've only played a barbarian, a wizard, and a fighter so far. My next character, which I can't say what that's going to be, because it's still under wraps. It's not starting for a little while, but my next character is going to be a rogue. So I'm looking forward to trying that. In terms of races, I like a lot of the animal races. I had a mouse folk. That was my first character, and he was adorable. I love this art style.
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't what the game looked like, though, because every single game does that nowadays, where it's like, here's this really awesome hand-drawn animated trailer for our pixel art game. And it's like, just make me a badass pixel art trailer, you know? Like, I don't know. I get it for to an extent, but also it's like, it always bums me out as soon as we get to the pixel art, because I'm just like, I want to see the hand-drawn, because that's like what I do.
Also, there was a gerbil in there. Did anybody else see the gerbil? Is it just me?
Yeah, there's definitely animals involved in this game, and I love that.
Oh, Maggie. Maybe it's so flinky today.
So yeah, like the animal races, I really like a lot in D&D, like tabaxis and mouse folk, and apparently in the new book that they just released, they fixed the kinkus really well. So apparently the class itself are not like just absolutely horrendous.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had a hard time playing one. Can't remember which session that was, but I would like
Is this
to
your
play.
Strahd game?
No, this is that forest game. Well, that and they're clunky everywhere else. Like, it was like you could do one thing really, really well, and then all your other stats would just be. It wouldn't make sense, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Voltaire, the vegan vampire? Holy shit.
I love this.
That's going on the list.
That game's a long way off, though, because it's going to early access next year. Oh, this game was really cool. I remember when they announced this at something. I don't remember what.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Terracotta, right? That's
Yeah.
the game you mentioned earlier. Yeah, I played a ranger in, or play a ranger kind of, in the campaign that I'm in for Green and Garb. But like, you know, spoiler alert, I guess. It's not really a spoiler, but I switched to a greatsword fighter instead because I just wasn't really having a good time with the ranged. I was an arcane archer to start, and it just wasn't really my cup of tea personally. I think I'm a melee kind of girl, so I need to get up and start beating the shit out of some people.
Yeah, I think for me it's like it's not as much melee, like I don't have to have hands on someone because I usually use some kind of ranged weapon or improvised weapons. Forever. But I do need like I need a connection to the character. So if I'm playing a ranger, but like I am having trouble role playing that, I will talk to a DM and just change. Why is that just Keanu Reeves?
Why isn't it Keanu Reeves?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, women who beat the shit out of stuff are very fun in D&D.
Death Drive. Survival RPGs. Come on now.
Look, it's Mars-Dew Valley.
Is it? I feel like
Stardew
we're fixing to like. I feel like we're fixing to like pop off with some bullet hell.
Oh.
Ooh, you could also do an ASMR. Oh man, that sounds fun.
In our other campaign, Chronicles of Frostfire, the one that I'm not part of, it's my friend Julia, she plays an ASMR.
It's an acquired taste, but we had one in our party not too long ago. We had someone play one, and they would like sneeze and accidentally bless. And I just thought that was the cutest thing. Oh, blood and zombies! How original!
That looked like a tower defense, though, so like I'll give them a little credit for the tower defense aspect because I think those games are just kind of fun to begin with.
If you adopt a fucking
fundraiser game,
I'm here for it. If it is, I'm gonna message them immediately. Hey, Moo.
oh, these are different games. This has been 3 different games. One of them's that one was a Pokemon clone.
Cute.
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yo, they killing it though. I can see why
Airborne
they got
Kingdom?
there.
That looked pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they have that that trailer is actually on their site. I think that's already been released though.
Horomon.
Yeah. It's already released.
Nice.
For me, playing games is like building memories.
We're pouring our passion into this game, and it motivates me.
Making the game, it just feels like this surreal experience.
I get ya.
Agreed, Ruby.
I get you, Ruby.
To do with video game development, and now it's my entire life and my new career.
You getting a little chunky. You a beefy
Thanks.
gal? Are you a beefy gal?
She rubs her face on you like
Yeah.
thanks.
She's proud of it. We had
Alright,
we
is there-
actually she was underweight last time we took her to the vet, so I'm glad she's getting a little chomp.
Let's see, is there anything else on? I don't see anything. I think we're done for the day.
Lord, and what a day it was! Oh my goodness. Well, what is this? Why does Tribeca say it's still live?
Because they're doing stuff all day, aren't they?
Tribeca?
Oh, the Tribeca one just says Freedom Games Showcase. On the title. It's just the picture's wrong.
Ooh, people are so salty in this chat.
They're so salty in all of the chats.
Well, let's talk about things. To recap, I need to sell one of my kidneys so that way I can buy some video games.
Same. I gotta sell both, dude. I don't have enough money for all these games.
Oh, Ruby, congratulations on your self-care. Fuck yeah. Look, that's important. That shit is important. I did it before Summer Games Fest because I knew it was just going to be a train wreck this week. Obviously, the winner for today for me is going to be Return to Moria because, my God, it's incredible.
Yeah, what a reveal.
God, dude, I don't think I've ever fucking come so close to breaking a TV out of happiness. Oh my God.
Not since that Breath of the Wild 2 announcement.
That's since that Breath of the Wild 2 announcement. Gunrave Gore. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that looks so good.
Your winner is Zombies and Blood. Gunrave Gore, I'll say Rose and Locket looks like you made it. The return of zombies in hallway horror for some odd reason.
Yeah, yesterday was the day of space survival horror, and today was the day of crafting and zombie survival games.
Yeah. Exactly. Wanderlost looks incredible. Are you excited about that Walking Dead game?
I don't know what it's going to be yet, so no. I'll be excited about it if it's actually going to be good. But I don't remember who said it earlier. Somebody said something about like how those kinds of games can tend to be really bad if they are like, crowd controlled.
That was Spider.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. That was Agent Spider. And the thing is, if you know that those kind of games do that, why is it on Facebook? Why? That's the least monitored fucking platform out there.
Because they
Trash.
are meta now.
Trash.
They do everything.
Trail Out, which is apparently not Burnout. Just thought like right now. Trail Out, which is not Burnout.
Oh yeah.
But absolutely is Burnout.
Get Burnout game. Honestly, just rip it. I don't care.
PS2.
PSP, I think.
Oh
I had
yeah,
the
you're
one on
probably
PSP.
right.
Legends.
Disaster.
Legends was.
Quiet Farm. Quiet Farm looks incredible. Any game where you can play as a cow, I'm here.
That's
That's
I need to just
incredible.
look up, like, let's see, IGN Summer of Gaming announcements. I just want to look at a list of everything they announced this morning.
The memes will be epic. You're correct.
That's right. Aliens looked kind of cool. The Fire Team game. It's a DLC is coming to Aliens Fire Team.
Oh yeah. Super Zoo Story. I'm gonna play the fuck out of Super Zoo Story, even though it's just a clone. It's a Stardew Valley clone. Eva Tinction? Is that... Am I saying that right? Eva Tinction?
Which?
EVOTINCTION.
Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to find
No, you're fine.
this game on this list. It was in alphabetical order until I got to the letter E, and then it's just not in alphabetical order anymore.
YOLO!
Oh yeah, Rosenlock, it does look like a game that I would make.
Yeah.
Gory, cuddly carnage.
I forgot
I'm
about
so
Gory
excited
Cuddly
about Gory.
Carnage. Lifeless Moon looks good. Superfuse looks better. God, I'm really excited about Superfuse. At which apparently there's already been a Borderlands fucking top down that I didn't know about out there, but
Oh shit.
I'd say the second biggest announcement for me would be Oxenfree 2. It was breathtaking. I'm so glad that we accidentally watched that just now. Like, I would be so upset. I have not. No.
Tribeca.
Yeah, it was in Tribeca. I have not personally played it, but I watched someone play through that entire thing. That was like slightly like right as or right before I started streaming. Someone played through that. Maybe it was Chaotic Jack. I can't remember.
Well, if it's been enough time since you've been separated from it, I would highly recommend playing that on stream. It's a great stream game.
That's fair.
Oxenfree 1 is one of my favorite branching dialogue tree narrative games.
That's fair.
It's so good.
Yeah, you're like really into those too, because you play like the Telltale games and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad those are still sticking around, because I would be really sad if they didn't.
I'm sorry we haven't seen anything about the Expanse game. Because the Expanse game looked really awesome, the one they announced at the Game Awards. And I'm also really sad that we haven't seen anything about Wolf Among Us 2. I would really like to see something about that.
Yeah. Silk Song. We still haven't gotten an update for Silk Song. And it was rumored to be here this time, but it's been rumored to be out for fucking 3 years.
Switch Pro rumors, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh yeah, my uncle who works for Hollow Knight said that it's coming out.
I will say this, I 110% will pitch a whole hissy fit if we are doing movie-based, full-frame, full action fucking movie based games, and nobody publishes Dragon Slayer again. Like, I will be so fucking mad about that. It deserves it. It really does. There's no reason to fucking knock perfection, honestly.
Sorry, I'm looking through this list and I saw
Okay.
Super Zoo Story.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think that game looks amazing. I don't
does.
care that it looks like a Stardew knockoff
Same.
because it's a zookeeping sim.
Same.
Which is not the same.
It has
it's got the farming,
penguins.
but
It
you
has
can-
penguins and dinosaurs. Yes. Thank you.
Like, but yeah, it's like, I can understand, okay, I loved Stardew. I want to make a game that's kind of like Stardew. Cool. And what else? What else is going to be in it?
Where's
You know
your
what I mean?
twist? Where's your twist?
Like, you can't just do the exact same game. You have to come up with, like, it's this, but with this.
Yeah.
And then that's what makes it fun. You know? Like something like Going Under, for example. Going Under is just a third-person, over-the-shoulder, like, Zelda-like, with pretty basic combat, but it's got the flavor of the, like, Souls-like, Zelda-like combat, plus the aesthetic, the music, and the whole corporate, like, gimmick. Like, there's an aesthetic to it that makes it different, and, like, a flavor that they give to it, where the game doesn't have to be completely different from every other roguelike that's ever existed.
Right.
It has its own world that feels like its own thing.
It can just be its own thing.
If I have to watch a trailer again, another trailer, and ask like 4 times, did the Stardew developer make this game? I'm gonna be upset. Like,
yeah, that really is unfortunate too, because I know of like a handful of developers that are making games that have a similar art style, and now I'm gonna be like, oh, it's another fucking Stardew. Like, like I'm burnt out on that. And if you gave me a fucking forest exploration right now, I would probably go, oh fuck, it's another art game, and I wouldn't even watch the rest of the trailer. Like,
yeah.
And
I mean, that's what we did with that one that was like a meditative, like, chill survival game.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, but it's a survival game, you know? Like, it's plus that one especially had like the same aesthetic as like so many of those survival games.
Yeah.
And that's my problem with a lot of the Stardew ones is it's like,
hey, Skipper Finn.
Hi, Skipper Finn. It's like, I get it. You want to do a Stardew inspired game. You don't have to make it look like Stardew to be a Stardew inspired game.
It doesn't
Like,
literally have to look exactly the same, pixel for pixel, minus the color.
Not even that. The colors on a lot of these look the exact same. Like, it's like they took the color palette from Stardew,
yeah,
and put it in their pixel art app, and then just drew from there. And it's like, okay, sure. But if you had a completely different color palette for this game, it would already feel different. Because pixel art, there's only so much you can do with a lot of that stuff, you know? It is a limiting art style in a good way.
Absolutely.
It forces you to work within those limits. But if you don't push those limits as far as you can, then it's not going to look interesting, you know?
I cannot for the life of me understand why we're in these 2 lanes, but I'm glad that these 2 lanes are not all battle royales. I will say that.
Yeah, we passed the battle royale fever. Thank God.
Skipper Finn, I would definitely go back and at least watch the Tribeca and the IGN showcase from this morning. IGN is very fast paced, and it has like 10-second
for any of these conferences I've ever seen.
Honestly,
even
even over Nintendo. Like, it's phenomenal pacing, and it has like 10-second ads sprinkled throughout, and we still weren't mad about it.
No, because we got like 10 games and then like 45 seconds of ads. And I was like, okay, I'm fine. You want ads in the middle of your thing? I don't care, because you just showed me 10 games. Like, yeah, it's
dumb.
I mean, like, the fact that, I don't know, Nintendo's a little different because they've been doing the direct style format since, like, God, 2015, 2014, something like that. Like, post Nintendo Land, it was the year after the Nintendo Land one, I think, they started doing digital. Maybe 2016. I don't remember.
No, because it would have been 2015, because 2015 was the year that Breath of the Wild was announced. Nope, came out. Nope, was announced.
No,
it was
it
announced.
Didn't come out in 2015.
Yeah, it came out in 2017, so it was announced in 2015. And that's the first footage that we got. That was them with Epona and the Guardian and the Ancient Arrow.
Oh yeah, the Princess Mononoke trailer.
Yeah, that's what I call that too. I'm gonna take tomorrow morning off. I will see you guys at 3 p.m. tomorrow for the Future Games show. I will say I would highly suggest tuning in at 11 Eastern Time and 12:30 Eastern Time, so you can see the Guerrilla Collective and the Wholesome Games Direct. I just have some errands to run tomorrow morning, so I will not be able to do that. But I'll be back on at 3 tomorrow for the Future Games, and then Zubat will be rejoining us on Sunday for the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. So
I'm very sad that I won't be able to be here tomorrow. I wish I could.
I'm also sad, but tomorrow's kind of a slow day because not E3, you know?
Yeah, because totally not E3.
Yeah. So,
well, and I'll tell you this, it is totally not E3 in the level of like what they've been announcing, because like,
yeah,
they have not really announced anything huge besides like maybe I can count on one hand. Like,
well, yeah, I'd say Oxenfree is going to be pretty big. I'd say Last of Us.
But that wasn't
kind of hit everybody.
That was just like a look into Oxenfree 2, because like.
But I didn't know about it beforehand. I didn't know it was announced. Did you?
It got announced in a direct, in a Nintendo Direct. That
Really?
was the first time I ever saw a trailer for it. It was Indie Showcase or a Nintendo Direct, one or the other. Because I remember losing my shit when they announced that, because I had no idea it was coming. Like, I thought Oxenfree was just done. And they have a lot more they can do with it, obviously, but yeah, I have not seen very many games at all this round that I didn't either have a hunch were coming or already knew about. You know, like I haven't seen very many things that I was like, I had no idea this was gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, and we will have. What do we have left? We have the Xbox and Bethesda.
Xbox Bethesda.
Which apparently is spanning from their initial Sunday showcase. They're extending that to Tuesday, the 14th, because they're extra. See, I think so too, Agent Spider. So what do we have? We have Future Game Show. We have the Xbox Bethesda. We have PC Gaming, which the PC Gaming Show is probably going to be pretty big. That's like Frontier and Epic Games, and
studios that have made Mark very angry.
Yeah, all the studios that have let Mark down at one point or another will be there. And then we've got the Capcom Showcase, and we got another Guerrilla Collective too. So Guerrilla Collective 3.5, Capcom Showcase, and then Xbox Game Showcase.
I'm
still waiting.
Showcase is probably gonna fucking suck, dude. Like,
I don't know,
I'm just
dude.
Gonna say, no, I'm gonna say it's gonna suck right now, so that if it's good, I'm happy. Because last year's was so
Oh my god,
bad.
it was so bad.
So
Capcom
bad.
was so fucking. I have never been so disappointed. Like, Cheshire Jack, yes. You would love Voltaire the Vegan Vampire. I would also recommend Gun Rape Gore to you. I'd recommend Gun Rape Gore to everybody. Oh, are they? Are they? Thank you for letting me know that, because I will be testing that in the in-between. There Is No Light. You would like that one. Autopsy. Oh, I forgot to mention Autopsy.
Autopsy Simulator.
Oh my god. God. It's a good list. It's a good list. I want more. I want more out of these studios than they're currently presenting, but it's like Agent Spider said earlier, they do tend to shy towards making announcements in the fall now, which I'll be quite honest with you, February, June, September, and November, usually October, November, are usually the direct days for Nintendo, and then it's usually like March, May, June, and September for Xbox and PlayStation. Which PlayStation now, I say PlayStation, but I feel like Sony's gonna come out here somewhere in the future games or the PC, because I feel like we are leaning towards Sony creating their own gaming service for PC players. So
I think that they are going to be at the PC gaming showcase because, like, they just announced that both Spider-Man games are coming to PC. The Last of Us is coming to PC. I'm pretty sure God of War has a PC port planned. Horizon is coming to PC, or if not, is already on PC. I'm
fucking stoked about that Spider-Man.
Yeah, I totally see where you're coming from with the, like, moving stuff to fall, but for me, it's like I used to love the hype of all the announcements happen in the summer, and then the games come out in the fall, like, or in the holiday season. You know what I mean? Like, now it just feels like they announce it right before it's supposed to come out in some cases, or it's coming out for holiday the next year, or like a summer blockbuster for the next year. And it's like, what do I spend my money on?
I'll say this, if Nintendo has not announced by Sunday that they are doing a direct next week, they're going to wait until the week before Splatoon comes out.
I wonder if that's going to get its own thing.
I just think they're going to wait so that way they can hype it up beforehand. They did that with oh my god, Mario plus Rabbids. Whenever they announced it, they did, which garbage. Garbage. It's not garbage. It's just not my cup of tea. Splatoon's supposed to be out by July or August. August? All I can think is August 11th. And I know that's wrong. It's just like 3 games are coming out that we've seen today on August 11th. So it's stuck in my head. It's just right up there. Well, make sure you download Point P, and we will see you on
the camera comes up on the top left of the screen.
I will say I'm gonna create a Point P count. No, you know what? I'm gonna create a fuckboy counter for Sunday, since Xbox is coming. We will see you at 3 p.m. tomorrow, you guys. I will see you at 3
p.m. Do you want to make any Xbox predictions before we leave? Just since I won't be here tomorrow.
Ruby, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out and thanks for chatting with us.
Xbox isn't until Sunday, boo thing.
I know, but I'm not going to be here at all tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Saturday?
I know. So I can't talk to you about Xbox stuff predictions tomorrow. Because I feel like we're going to end up being
okay.
So we can talk about predictions before the Xbox one starts, and then we're going to get on like 3 minutes before it starts.
That is normally the way we work. Yeah, so there is that. I'd say that you know what? I don't have any on my brain right now because all I can think is Dragon Slayer is being cheated and Pointy, and why didn't we see Randy Fuckboy Pitchford today? And also, why does he look like a foot?
He looked so weird in the Netflix one.
Oh my god, dude. That was like
his hair was a different color, his eyebrows were a different
color. I don't
color,
understand.
His skin was a different color.
I honestly don't understand. Also, I do want to shout out Ruby real quick for the follow. Thank you. And Dreidel for your channel point redemption. Yesterday, I think I forgot to say thank you. And thanks to everybody who stuck in there through 2 streams today.
Did you get the Maggie time redemption from Ruby earlier?
I did not. Ruby, are you still here? Ruby's about to get a personalized Maggie picture. That's what's fixing to happen. I don't know. That it would be surprising to me if we did not hear anything about Starfield. But also
I think we're gonna get just the most absolutely
generic
edged teaser. They are going to juke the shit out of us because apparently I didn't see it, but apparently a clip from the Starfield original announcement trailer was in some of the promo stuff for the Summer Games Fest as a whole. Which, if that's the case, I see. It's like, okay, well, what is Bethesda going to bring to the table? They've got their game that Arcane Studios is working on. Mm-hmm. They've got Starfield or Skyrim or a new Fallout. Those are like their 4.
So that has been rumored lately, and I say lately, like over the past 2 years, there have been plenty of people that have been like, hey, I got hired for this new project, or hey, there's a job posting for this new project. But I don't trust any of the fuckboys that have been at Bethesda because of what they've done, and they know what they did.
Yeah, and like,
but at the same time,
it's
time.
I remember hearing all of these rumors of like, oh yeah, we're probably gonna get a new Vegas 2, and it's like Obsidian's working on their badass looking fucking BioShock medieval game. Like,
I honestly, if they give me a new Vegas 2, cool, but they don't repeat formulas over there. That's all I'm gonna say. Even though Fallout has been the brand name of all of these games, they have all been very distinctly those games. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 is 3, New Vegas is New Vegas, Fallout, 76 is a train wreck. We won't talk about that. But like those are absolutes, you know? And I just don't feel like that's where we are. I don't feel like they would do
Vegas 2 is the wrong way to put it. I think people are just talking about another Fallout game made by Obsidian. Because they made New Vegas. And
I get it. I do. I get it. But it's just, it does not seem practical to me, is what it boils down to. I don't think that there's anything that Obsidian's going to do right now that will be of note for this showcase. I could be wrong, and God help me, I hope I am.
Well, but they already did though, right? It's them working on the medieval BioShock. What is it called? The one that's the shooter that's like the fantasy, like magic.
Yeah,
like
but that's been there. That's been there. Oh, is it Storm? No, it's not Storm.
I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because the fashion is on point. But like, we've already seen so much of that.
Yeah, they're working on that though actively still. So that's what makes me think that like, I don't know. I just don't understand what Bethesda could have up their sleeve right now. Besides the games they've been teasing for years.
110%.
You know?
Yep.
And I literally, like, if they make me eat my words and show Elder Scrolls 6 for the first time, cool, but it's going the same way GTA 6 is going at this point. Like, we'll get that on the next gen. Like,
I will say that we will get a developer update, not a footage update, but a developer update for Fable, most likely. But I think that's it. You know? I don't think we're getting anything else. I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think we deserve anything else. Because
we've
like
been very bad.
we've been giving Bethesda shit for a long time. Rightfully so, but like,
I think, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but we've been giving Bethesda shit for a long time, which is why we deserve something. Like, that's my thing. Like, I don't know.
I just cannot expect from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't anymore. I can't expect a new fucking Oblivion game. I can't expect our Elder Scrolls game. I can't expect any of this fucking shit because whenever I do, it's a letdown. And I just don't want to do it this year. I just don't want to do it.
I'm not expecting anything personally. I just think that Bethesda needs to come out of the gate swinging.
They
with
really
something, or else they are not going to survive for much longer. Like, they can't just keep trying to funnel money out of Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76. It won't happen.
Wait, are people still playing Fallout 76?
I mean, they gotta, considering like it's still around. Like, the servers are still running.
We need to start an adoption program
Elder
for that.
Scrolls Online keeps getting new content updates every like 4 months, 5 months. Like, I see ads for those on YouTube all the time. And like, yeah, I guess that's my main problem. It's like, okay, well, Elder Scrolls Online has gotten updated like how many times since you announced Elder Scrolls 6?
Yeah.
Like, how many times?
It's Jesus.
I'm curious. I'm gonna science. Give me a second.
Okay, you're gonna math it up.
I am. So Wikipedia.
Lord have mercy.
Elder Scrolls.
It would not be surprising to me to see some kind of very roughly thrown out Dishonored. That would be one. It would not be super shocking to me if we got some kind of new Doom something. Or Wolfenstein. I didn't think about that.
Did you know that Elder Scrolls was going to be an Xbox exclusive?
What?
Elder Scrolls 6 is set to
Okay,
be released
okay.
exclusively on PC and Xbox.
Okay. Okay, so it's a Microsoft exclusive? Is that what you're saying? Damn. Damn, Sony,
This-
what have you done, Sony?
okay.
What have you done?
I just
What
need you to
have you
understand,
done?
everyone who's here right now, I need all of you to understand that I looked at everyone I know that plays games when they bought Bethesda and said, Elder Scrolls and Starfield and all of their games are going to become Microsoft exclusives, and they're going to steal them from all of the people who deserve these games.
Available day one of Xbox Game Pass.
Like, I called this though because like because Starfield, when they announced that, I was already upset for all of the people who don't have an Xbox.
Right.
Because I'm not even gonna play that game. I don't care. I don't have personal stake in this. I care for the sake of everyone that I know, and the fact that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be an exclusive.
That means Fallout going forward is going to be an exclusive.
I just need, okay, again, everyone here, I need you to understand. This game was announced in 2018. It has been 4
Long
years
before.
since that game got announced. Xbox and Microsoft bought Bethesda in 2021.
Okay.
That's 3 years of people being excited to play this game. on
Late
PlayStation.
2021. It was not finalized until January 2022. Real quick, for time's sake.
I'm
For time's
so
sake, real quick.
mad.
And your blood pressure's sake. Let's talk about scale of 1 to 10. Do you think we will see any kind of Blizzard information?
Sorry, I'm counting.
It's okay.
Okay, so I'm counting here, and there is at least 15 content updates that have happened since they announced Elder Scrolls 6.
So, scale of 1 to 10. Do you think we will see any kind of Blizzard information during
I
this?
literally forgot that Microsoft bought Activision until like 3 days ago, and then I was reminded of it by an article or something. I was like,
Yup.
oh my god. I think we're going to see Overwatch 2. I think that it's kind of time for that to show up, or I could see them saying, hey, we're doing a Blizzard conference next week or something.
Okay.
And just teasing it.
All right.
But I could see Overwatch 2 happening, because Overwatch 2, I feel like, is a more... Not to say that their other franchises aren't popular, because they are, like Diablo and Warcraft and stuff like that. But I think Overwatch is one of the most, like, universal ones, whereas the other ones are a lot more, like, they fit the niche really well, and they have very, very dedicated followings. But Overwatch is a more, like, general audience game than those. At least from an outside perspective, I'll put it that way.
I got you.
A 100% chance Blizzard launches a "We've Changed" advertising campaign.
With a woman coming out to say it.
It's literally the South Park BP commercials laying on the bearskin rug.
Oh my
naked,
god.
"We're sorry.
We're so sorry.
Sorry.
Let's say, ugh. Is Mojang working on anything new?
They just dropped a new update for Minecraft.
I know, but like, are they working on another game?
I doubt it. I mean,
I
at
mean-
this point, to be honest, if they just keep adding more shit to Minecraft, the game's already so huge. If you're just gonna keep adding stuff to it, it's like a $20 game anymore. Like, that's, you know, I
Sure.
don't own it yet on Switch, but I know that, like, once I buy it, the amount of stuff that I'm gonna get, like, I don't really care. It would be cool to see something different, but at the same time, I don't know what they would do, because it would just be Like, it would either have to be something completely different or Minecraft reskinned. You know,
Well,
like, it's...
Here's my thing, though. If you have the studio that has given you Minecraft, right? And you have most of the developers that made Minecraft are still on Minecraft because they fucking love Minecraft, right? And they're YOLO. Also,
Except for
that
fucking
money. Yeah, except for Notch.
Good riddance.
So you have that under the same umbrella. You have Rare and you have Activision Blizzard, which means you have everything you need to make a new Spyro the Dragon game. Or Spore, which I feel like needs to come back because it got released way too soon before people even gave a shit about it.
I agree with that part. Does Activision own Spyro now?
Yeah.
Are they the ones that ended up with Spyro? Because I know it was Toys for Bob for a long time. They must have bought Toys for Bob. That's what it is.
They did.
The
They
direct
did.
line to Spyro for a second. I was like, wait, what? Banjo-Kazooie?
They're not going to do that because I feel like Banjo-Kazooie and... Although they're playing nice together, Nintendo and Microsoft, I feel like Banjo and Kazooie and like Donkey Kong are too similar of titles, and neither one of them are making things in that umbrella anymore. Like, yes, we'll get a new Donkey Kong Country, but we won't get that 3D Donkey Kong, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. I'm curious, though. I wonder if, like, because of how much success there was with getting Banjo and Kazooie into Smash, if that kind of made them, like, because, believe it or not, video game companies have been listening to us as fans more than they ever have in the past.
Yeah.
Does that mean they're really ever listening to us? Not really, but they're listening to us a lot more than they used to, which was not at all. So that makes me wonder if they would have seen the success and the excitement and the hype around that and maybe been like, maybe we should get on this.
Yo! That would make me so sick, but I would fucking play it. Minecraft VR? Absolutely.
That was already like a thing that was going to happen. Wasn't that how they announced
I did not know that
back in the day? Like, back when E3 was still conferences, they, like, I'm pretty sure they did like I remember them standing at a table with augmented reality and somebody had a VR helmet on and they were like looking at this Minecraft map and like being like, whoa, this is really cool.
Oh my God.
I'm sure there's mods for it already. Like, if they haven't made
There
the
has to
official version, some random person who loves it that much would have already made it.
Yeah.
Because these days, the fans make better content for some of these games than the people who make the games. The studios who make the games, I should say. Like Sega.
Sega. Oh my God. Speaking of gotta go so fast. I think we'll obviously see Sega give us some Sonic, which we got some of that yesterday. But, Forza is the same studio that owns Fable, and they are coming, as far as I know, to this game showcase. Yeah, which means...
Unless it's DLC, like a big expansion, like the Lego expansion they did that one time, or the Hot Wheels one, something like that could be cool.
That's fair.
You know what would be really great is if they updated the Hot Wheels game.
That's never gonna happen.
I know, and it makes me so mad because
so
that game was
sad.
supposed to be so good, and it plays pretty decently well, but the online is terrible.
I would also like to touch on like a Hail Mary for me, which is under the Bethesda, right before that, they bought Compulsion Games. And Compulsion
Who's that?
Games was a little indie studio out of the UK who brought us We Happy Few. And
I forgot they bought them.
I would flip shit if they let the people that did We Happy Few, now that they're under the Microsoft umbrella, work with the people that did BioShock. Like, that would be the best BioShock
They
game.
they don't own BioShock though.
They own that studio, don't they?
BioShock's a 2K.
Yeah, 2K's owned by
2K's owned by Gearbox, aren't
Gearbox.
they? Which is owned by Epic.
Take-Two Interactive, which is owned by...
I thought Take-Two was the top of that food chain.
Is Take-Two the top of that too? No, because Grand Theft Auto. Didn't they just get bought?
Take-Two owns Rockstar.
Yeah, but I thought they got bought.
Hold on. I'm sciencing. on
I'm
Gordon Safer
sciencing.
Wikipedia. Take-Two Interactive.
Social Point.
Yeah, they're the top of this food
Yeah,
chain. Because
okay.
they're,
Well, that's
Their
good.
divisions, 2K, Ghost Story, NBA 2K,
Yeah.
which they own half of, Rockstar, and Zynga.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, so they
Fucking
own the BioShock
Zynga.
series.
Yeah.
They've got BioShock, Borderlands, Civilization, GTA, Mafia, Max Payne, NBA, PGA, Red Dead, WWE, and XCOM are the lists, or are the series that are listed on here. So that's like their heavy hitters.
For me, I am very surprised that we have not heard anything in the BioShock realm in a while.
I don't remember where we've all talked about it here a little bit. Some rumor mill had said that there is a BioShock title in the works, and the concept that's floating around right now is an isolated Antarctic game that's BioShock, which, holy shit. Like, because the thing that comes to, well, I mean, you know, literally, the thing comes to mind when I think of that. Because if that's the case, that'd be sick. That was like a rumor mill thing that like came out a while ago. I don't know if that's still even being talked about or discussed, but I know the group of us have talked about that off and on for a while after we saw it on something.
Cloud Chamber confirmed that they were making it in 2019. So maybe there is a chance that we'll see something out of that this year. Even if it's just like a whisper, you know?
There is a BioShock game being produced right now, though.
Yes,
Like,
it is being produced
yeah.
by something Chamber.
What do you got to say, our Lord and Savior Wikipedia?
It's Kelly Gilmore. I just can't remember where she is.
Yeah, 2K
Cloud
formally announced
Chamber.
in December 2019 that BioShock title was under development, but it was still some years from release.
Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a little whisper of that. Phew. Man, I fucking love BioShock.
It looks like at least a lot of the people that they've got are people who were like very active in the first couple BioShock games.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Kelly's been there for a really long time because that's one of those few games that, like, as a nerd that worked at GameStop, like she's one of those developers that I was just like, yeah, fuck yeah, female developer, you know? So she's one of my heroes.
Firaxis is also involved here, and they're the people that did Civ, XCOM, and Marvel and Midnight Suns. That's Sid Meier's.
basically just a guaranteed on Batman for the rest of. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm tired. We're gonna get off stream. I will see you guys at 3 p.m. tomorrow for the future game showcase. Unless
And I won't.
Unless Nintendo decides to fucking randomly throw something at someone.
I'd be so mad.
Aw, thank you, husband.
Thanks, husband.
Ivy, thank you again.
Thank
and
you
we
for
will
having me.
we will see you on Sunday.
For the biggin.
The biggin.
The big letdown, maybe, or the big awesome, or the big meh.
The big.
It's the meh heard around the world.
Damn. All right. I love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.